So welcome to session 2 of Blood and Shackles, our new PF2 campaign set in the
Insane.
lovely region known as the Shackles themselves. We are beginning with session 2 after an eventful session 1, which had some memorable moments such as another raid on Old Salt Reef that was forced back by the help of the town guards and as well as Nate and Johnny working with them. And after some brief discussion, we decided this was no longer tenable as a long-term solution, and something more had to be done. And the party decided to take on the role of scouting out the area to the north to see if they can find any signs of where these attacks are coming from, and any, there's any knowledge basically behind it, what is happening, why it is happening, and so on. They set off along the coastline, and after, I believe I actually have, after on the third day of travel, yes, on the 15th of the 8th, you found a small dock by the coastline, which was seemed to be used by the lizard folk previously. A couple of boats were moored there. You were able to find tracks leading from there further into the very south of the Solid Lands. And only 2 more days after you had started traveling on foot, you came over a horizon and managed to see, it seems, the location of some sort of lizard folk camp. You spent some time trying to get a closer look, sneaking up closer, and discovered there were a couple of individuals who also didn't seem to be lizard folk in origin, as well as perhaps 10 or maybe a dozen in total lizard folk kind of occupying the camp. Obviously, that's quite a force, so you decided to watch for a while, and then you actually noticed a group of them seem to be planning to head down in the direction of at least where you had come from. And you set up an ambush, and that is the map you commonly see yourself on. And the ambush worked pretty damn successfully, even with the poor skill in hiding. Nate was still able to draw them close enough to unleash his fury upon them. And with some quick work from the rest, you all managed to get through it in one piece. And that is currently where we ended. I'm trying to keep rough notes at a time, so just so you know, it has now been 5 days since the campaign started, and it is 3 p.m. in the afternoon at the end of the fight. And yeah, take it away. You muted
We
Jack.
searched.
Oh yeah. I guess like looking at the damage while he's searching, I'll be like, whoa, it worked. Like a charm. They never saw us coming. And then I look at Nate and you tried.
I was like, yeah, sorry.
No, it worked out well. You were quite the distraction.
That was, yeah.
And then I start to
Double
pull
them.
like the dead bodies
Yeah,
off.
I'm trying to save something so now by default NPCs are lootable. Can you now go into any of them?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, by default that'll be the big setting. You started to pull them off the road, sorry?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like pull them off and like hide them in bigger bushes or something like that.
Sure,
Try to
just shove them away.
Yeah, although I want to go
Assuming
search
you
some of
know.
the others real quick.
No, they're in the trees already.
Oh god.
Yeah, I mean there isn't much to see on them. They have, I mean, I'm not really tracking rations for the journey, but as well as just the weapons and stuff they have on, they also have enough days ration to go for perhaps a week total. So you can, I don't know if anyone's bothering to track rations, but if you wish to, you can add some.
I think I had some.
But they seem yet to have very little belongings themselves.
Yeah, like flail, javelin, wooden shield, and then blow dart, and centipede potentially.
Yeah, I think actually these. How many does it say? They just have one. But I think I only did one poison trophy each of them. Yeah, one coded. Yeah, I don't think. I think they all at least.
So yeah, because we definitely had at least 3 saves on it. So
yeah, so I think that's just normal.
those
left
just
behind.
Okay. Well then.
My excitement kind of falters, and I just hold out like a wing and look at Johnny and say, "It's broken again."
Yeah, I can see. You've taken a bit of a beating there, friendo.
Like how it's friendo now instead of bro.
Birdo soon. He's going closer
And
to
bro.
Birdo.
Bird bro.
Road
It's
friend,
Bird bro.
Bird, bro. Let's do
Nate, bro.
a little bit of a healing
Yeah,
class.
just a little bit, just grab a little bit from the ground, it's
Exactly, it's
need to go
lovely
into
dirt you get.
reserve. No need to go into the reserve.
Yes.
And then medicine. I always okay, click some. Okay, medicine. Let's do bam.
Bam.
That's a bam, all right.
Bam.
This gotta say this ground here is not good for healing. Sorry, friend. Sorry, bro.
There was a lot of blood in the handful you grabbed, It's hard to purify it all.
There was apparently a cow pie, and that's what he grabbed.
Purification can only do so much.
Yeah, I can't. It's not quite how it works. Sadly.
Well,
I'll try later. Maybe a different batch a little further down the road. Better.
Yeah, I think we should probably head maybe further off the road before making camp.
Yeah, don't want to meet some more of those guys.
okay.
Yeah, so you guys just head off the, the road, Are we talking like a few hundred feet or like something like that or like further?
I mean, probably further. If
Okay, yeah. So like you want to walk for like a couple of hours or just like a couple of hours or something or what do you how long you think you will walk? Just curious.
How well has Altair hidden these bodies, by the way, just real quick?
I mean, they're basically in full cover, right? Like you wouldn't see one. Like you would only like.
You would have to like
wild dog
search
or
for
something.
someone.
Definitely have like
in the,
senses and ability.
Oh.
They would probably smell a body.
Yeah.
There's more like maybe marks of like blood on the ground. Something like that. It's
Yeah.
harder to hide.
Mhm.
The body himself.
The one thing I will suggest to I think Johnny, you had the really good survival, right? Or was it Nate?
Yeah. I can do
Johnny, I
that.
think.
Okay. Would you mind trying to cover our tracks?
Shouldn't be too difficult.
Speaking of covering tracks, kind of like point out like the huge blood piles.
Oh yeah, it's like
Maybe pour some water, clean them up.
Dirt on dirt on dirt. Just moving it around.
Yeah. So yeah, you spend a little bit of time.
anyone else hurt?
Yeah, of course, everyone's
Guess
hurt.
a bit of
Everyone's hurt except for you, Johnny.
Yeah, take a little break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess like while people are trying to like clean up the murder, Johnny can like go try to treat Nate out there.
I'm gonna do. This is Nate.
Oh.
Hey. Heal for 4d8.
And
He's going to be full then, because I don't think he's down that bad.
That's a success.
Nate's down
He's
pretty.
not down that bad. I think Nate's down real bad.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry, 48 plus how much is it again?
Just 48 at level DC 50.
Oh yeah, right. This is just that.
Ooh,
And then
so a
a
little
normal
14 for
success.
you, Nate, and a 10 for you
And-
out here.
Okay, that's good, because that takes me actually to full.
Perfect. Yeah. Even though the avian anatomy was maybe a little bit too foreign, but
Yeah.
the humans
Those damn
over
bird
there,
bones, what do you do with them?
They're
They're hollow
hollow.
and
You
shit.
try and put dirt inside. That's an out of the bones. It won't get too heavy to flap.
While trying to fix him, he just like cracks more hollow bones.
But this one, chicken wings are delicious.
So, what's the limit on usage of this thingy?
It's saying you can do once an hour. It takes
Oh,
10
okay,
minutes, and you can do
cool.
once an hour on somebody. There's like
Basic.
specific feats which make it more common, but at base it's once an hour. And it takes like 10 minutes. So while you're doing it, it is like 30 minutes later where you, I guess now, still on the road, unless you want to move like,
Mhm.
maybe you take like 100 feet off, right, to do this before
Yeah.
going further or something.
Definitely.
Cool.
But
And then I think as we're trying to head off, I think we probably head off, I don't know, half a mile?
yeah, I mean, you can also
That-
say like, you walk half an hour or something, or 20 minutes, 15
Yeah.
minutes, roughly. Just roughly, I wanted to know, like if you were
And
like,
we're going a little slow, so that hopefully we don't get surprised, but also so Johnny can cover our tracks.
Yeah, sure.
Survival, want to hide it or not? What's the?
So
the way
it's
yeah.
so you move up to half your speed. You don't need to attempt a survival check to cover tracks, but anyone tracking you must succeed at a survival check against your survival DC
That makes
if it is
sense.
higher than the normal DC to track,
Nice. D. Okay, then. Okay.
which is nice.
Yeah, it's
Oh, so if,
I
if,
do
if
it.
we're moving off, we can do some exploration activities, right? So.
Yep.
What would be useful? I guess just like.
My
Scouting.
go-to is normally avoid notice, but I can do scouting because my perception's not bad.
I don't have much else, so I could do scouting as well if you would rather be
I
stealthy.
mean, I'm doing scouting usually, but I can.
Okay.
I'll avoid notice then.
Something.
I am one with the shadows.
Investigate. Search. I mean, I guess, yeah, I'll just be searching. You know,
Yeah,
just
searching is kind of your base, just keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
And Johnny is covering tracks. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you will go off for a bit. Yeah, I mean, you easily get, however long you deign to worth traveling for, like, half a mile, a mile, kilometer, whatever you like. When there's, no troubles.
Honestly, about follow the experts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm expert in perception, so if someone else
So I'm
scouts
work with
too,
perception?
I mean, if I scout and someone does follow the expert,
So following the expert is normally I don't actually know, because I know normally for it's based on like kind of more active stuff where like you're trying to
Yeah,
like
it's a
climb or
skill
sneak
check.
or stuff. In terms of like
Perception.
Yeah,
this is weird, but perception
wanna
isn't
check what
technically
it
is
says.
perception a skill check? I don't think maybe it is, but I don't know how it
Yeah.
would work with this because like
If it's an
recurring
active
skill check
perception
while
check, it would.
exploring.
I
Yeah.
don't think it works to follow.
Yeah,
I
follow
don't
the
think you
expert
can follow someone.
wouldn't work for a downtime activity or travel activity.
No, I think it's more.
So
Apparently, apparently
It's
perception
for
is not
active-
technically a skill, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
yeah, although it kind of is when you're
It-
using a perception check, like an active perception check.
Yeah, I mean, it
I
says
think it kind of does.
it says it
It's weird.
works.
I don't think
as
perception is actually a
in-
skill in 2E. Like it's not
Yeah,
in like
that's
your
the thing.
It's his
while
own thing.
exploring. It says
Yeah.
that it works on a recurring skill check while
But
exploring.
I don't think perception is a skill. In
Planning
2E,
for-
2E perception isn't a skill. It's like
Yeah.
a different thing outside like a normal skill. It's
Yeah,
like more,
okay.
Which
like
is
you
really
can't choose.
which is really fucking good.
Yeah, because it makes basically
Perception's
not
always
mandatory
good.
to enjoy it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so even though you attempt a perception check, it's not actually a perception skill that you're using.
Yeah, it's like you attempt to hack or anything, right? It doesn't make it a skill.
Yeah.
It's just it's weird, I know, because it's like basically you got to think like you can't use skill increase it to increase perception. It doesn't have like that sort of. There aren't. It's weird for sure. It's also like weird, but like you could say, for instance, stuff like.
I mean, it says
What's it called?
it works on, for example, avoiding notice.
Yeah, so that's usually the stealth check. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because
Skill
it's
check.
not the perception one. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because like for instance, I think like what's the legendary perception feat? There's something like true
Perception.
Yeah, true perception or whatever it's called, right?
Something like that.
And that, for instance, I don't even think is like a skill feat. It's just like a general feat. It doesn't have like a skill trait, for instance. So
Yeah.
it doesn't like it's not like it's a perception skill. You can have a skill feat in. It's more like
It's
a
a good
general
clue.
kind of character thing. But So you're just looking around out here, making hiding behind the bushes. Pixel's looking around as well, but more like you're
Just
native
trying to spot
scouting
weird
for enemies,
things.
and you're seeking for smaller details, and Johnny's covering you guys' tracks. Sure, yeah, you travel off the beaten path and find yourself maybe a bit where the trees are a bit denser and it's even a bit more cover.
And while we travel, I think we should maybe think about our next actions. What should be? I mean, should we try to go take out the guys in the camp? I mean, there are quite a lot of them, but
Ooh.
we took a few
Quite a
out
lot of them.
already. So
I would say there's still far too many in the camp for us to try to take down.
Oh, couldn't we, just what's the wording? Divide and conquer. Just ambush them on the way as they move about.
Mhm.
Huh? That'll work.
It just how long do we think it will take out of just kind of it's in game but out of game, right? Like in terms of would you be able to figure this out to how long it would take them? Because I'm guessing that they were on their way to go do another raid, right? That's kind of what it seemed like.
Okay, so if you're assuming that, what are you wondering? So if it's okay,
So how long would it take for them to report back, type stuff?
report back?
I mean, I think there's no way for us to know that,
There's
right?
no way. No, if you can know how speed you travel here by, you travel
Right.
here while watching the coastline, while basically like scouting, and not being very familiar with the land. That took you 5 days total to get here.
Okay. So still, it's going to be at least a couple days before they would expect to have anyone come back.
If it was a raid, yeah.
Like it's not a single day journey straight there, straight back.
It's
I mean,
hard
I'm-
for you
I'm not even sure if anyone comes back. Did anyone come back from the last raid?
Yeah, there were
Yes.
the people you followed.
We saw the
Oh, yeah,
tracks
okay.
of people coming back.
Okay, true.
But we don't know for sure if this was a raid.
True.
Today was
I mean-
success.
Yeah.
Why not kill the rest of the camp?
I just really hesitate to try to take out the entire camp. The 4 of us against what, probably 9 more. I mean, no offense, but
Yeah,
you're
probably
nearly
not
dead,
9,
bro.
Probably
Well,
not 9, but maybe
Not
if we can
today, of course.
get half of them, could be possible. I mean, because the other option is, I guess, we go ahead, but I really don't like it. I mean, then we'll be with a camp, with this camp behind us, and possibly another in front of us, and could be even worse.
I like
Right.
divide and conquer.
Agreed. It's how do we lure another small group of them out of the camp that we can ambush?
That's the
like,
harder
ah.
question. Yeah.
If only there was some of that centipede venom left that was on their character sheet, but not actually there. Because we could dump that into their water
Very
supply.
expensive. Plus, it's not even got the ingested trait, Josh. Doesn't even work.
Oh,
The
really?
injury trait, I think, yeah.
Oh, okay. That would be funny if it's something that's like, yeah, if it touches your skin, you're fucked. But if you drink it, you're good. I just can't think of many things that are like that.
You know, it gets into bloodstream, it's different. Maybe if it had a cut in your mouth, you know?
Eventually it'll get through.
So we lace it with razor blades and
Pour my glass shards into there.
Genius.
You know,
That poison will
Sorry.
really work then.
This minor poison will really hurt when their mouths are cut off.
Why don't I just yeah, okay.
Sorry. That was real dark, real fast. Yeah, let's find a good place to camp for the night, and then we can go and do a little more scouting again in the morning.
Of course, vengeance is nice, but we were sent here to figure out why they are attacking. Why they are driven here.
Correct. We were just a little interrupted and took advantage of the opportunity when this last group left. But if we go back in, we can hopefully maybe even find one of the empty tents and try to find more information.
Why the frogmen are there?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Nodding along. Eating raw fish for dinner.
Yeah, you just now found a nice place to have a little camp set up. If you want Johnny to do any more healing checks, it has enough time had passed now to attempt a new one if you wish.
Yeah. So what's the situation with Altair? You also hurt still?
Nope.
That is.
Okay.
I
I don't have a lot of HP, so 10 got me to full.
Perfect.
I'm missing 12 right now.
I'm full.
Ready for another try, bro? Maybe the ground is a little better here.
Just spread both my wings. Please.
That'll do.
Bam.
That'll do, big.
Let us roll well on the
Two
two.
healing.
There you go.
Ooh.
Hey, my dad's
You love to see it.
1 over.
Whoa!
Wait.
I misclicked.
Bye,
Don't
Johnny.
sacrifice himself for me.
It's like you require blood.
He pulled a Rilo can.
I was like, hoping you took an accent, you clicked the double button, so you know, like, randomly. It wasn't my fault. Alright, you're fine,
This
John.
guy.
You're fine,
Yeah.
you're fine. No, we did one though. You're fine, you're fine. Yeah, so Johnny, the second attempt, you feel pretty damn good about it.
See, it works, bro. Better ground. This mile away.
Feels like I just hatched.
That must feel amazing then.
Alright, so we set up camp, get some dinner, and then probably set a watch. What is the order we want to do a watch on?
I feel
Yeah.
very awake.
Yeah, The old man doesn't mind staying up late.
I was gonna say we could probably organize it so whoever has like low light or dark vision does the first couple shifts, or like, and then so if you don't, you can do a little bit the more morning, the last
Yeah,
shift potentially.
what is the light situation in the party? Who has vision?
Can't see
Like,
shit in dark.
I have
can't see
low light.
shit. Like, you can't see you're the normal human, right? Can't see shit in the
Yeah.
dark. What
I also
what
have
can
low
you do?
lights.
You have low light? Okay. Do you guys have a... I'm assuming you don't have a firelight, right, or anything?
I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not if you're trying to hide from those guys.
I mean, I guess technically, right, light doesn't run out, right?
What do you mean?
And it's not concentration. So technically, if we really
Oh,
Yeah,
need
light
that's
to,
fine.
Yeah.
So we could have Johnny cast light on like a stone for whoever's there for the night, and if you don't need it, we can cover under the blanket and only pull it
For
out
sure,
when
for
we
sure.
need it, so that it's not
Yeah.
constantly bright, but it's always available.
Yeah. So like you're watching, if you hear anything, you would like basically put a flashlight in that direction to see if there's anything there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's
Nice.
it's in the headlights, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
One.
It's the nightlight that you use when you need it, but then you can cover it when you don't.
Exactly. Perfect. And it's got a button on it and everything. It's really nice.
Exactly. Super great.
They get into the forest with you. You need to
Yeah.
go take
Okay.
a piss.
So what are we doing? Like Nate
Alright.
first. You're the old man, you said, and then maybe the two
Yeah.
low lights, I guess, in the middle. I mean, it's still like
Yep.
pretty dark, but you know, at least.
No,
it's
I
still-
don't
and
have
it's like-
lights today.
Who wears
Yeah,
armor? I know
right.
Nate does, so that makes a lot of sense to have him go first, so he doesn't have to get out of and back into armor for his shift
I've
got
necessarily.
some,
to
like,
stay
leather
in
armor.
I have a little lead alarm, right?
Yeah, same. So I think the rest of us are. It's basically sixes for putting on or off armor. So I'll take the second watch, and then Crix will take a third, and Johnny can be last. Does that work?
I have this. I don't have lighter, but you can use this thing.
Jellyfish lamp?
Jellyfish lamp. They dry up and move for the water for an hour.
They're already
Well,
dead,
no.
bro.
You can. But
You have like in that
if
little
they're
thing.
allowed access to seawater, you usually survive
Allowed access
for a
to
while,
seawater?
from what I'm understanding.
But if they're
No,
allowed
so I
access
might
to
be
seawater,
misreading this.
if they're in seawater, they can survive up to a year by feeding on microfood, as long as they're access to seawater. So I think like you kind of need to have it be in water every so often. Not like they can survive a year out of water, but then
It's
it would
bone
make
dry,
any
yeah.
sense to say it.
But you have like a little, like a fishbowl or something, right? Like,
If you have a water, I can say you're allowed to have a water skin because you then but no, man, it's kind of awkward. But okay, yeah, I think it's basically fair to say I'd have it where like you have a water skin or like some container of seawater you bring with when you go on land. You
Yeah.
can, like survive in, but then it still could only be taken out of that and like basically provide light for like an hour before needing to go back into it. For like a while.
Sure. Yeah, I mean that makes sense, right? Like,
So
just
it's
have a
still
little-
like not definitely not
Sure.
perfect.
No, yeah, definitely not. Like, nothing close.
I just like the idea. It's like a lava lamp, but with seawater.
Yeah,
And a jellyfish in it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and since it's invited as
I'll
a
definitely
candle.
get light for next. I'll get light for
Okay.
next day.
Candles are
Don't
specifically
have
into each other, that's bright. So this is bright as candle, yeah. So candles are dim light in a 10-foot radius, so it's also not as bright. But yeah, is that flavor text? No, that must be the actual text. It doesn't have any actual description for how bright it is, right? It just says as bright as candles. Because candle is like an actual thing as well.
Yeah, a lit candle sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius for 8 hours.
Yeah, okay. So it's a nice little lava lamp.
oh, potentially they can develop stronger light or additional abilities.
Ooh, rarely, Jacko. Let's set it on now, rarely. You think this one's being treated well? It's being taken in land inside a fucking water skin. It's,
Well, it's first,
in the fucking-
yeah.
this is
very
How
well
often do we
before,
roll?
okay?
How often do we roll for the extra trades?
How often? Every
I
time
mean,
it's...
I basically pulled it only out of the water because we had to go otherwise. Was just like in the house and like a little nook saved inside the ocean. The whole life.
So it's a living hell right now. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's really angry you now, Johnny. It's like making it darker in here. You don't know how, but that's its actual ability. Suck up light. Okay. So there's a little candle of jellyfish lamp, in the center of the camp as well. But and yeah, maybe tomorrow Johnny will remember how to cast the actual light cantrip.
I think
I'll prep the light
Crixel
for tomorrow.
Crixel's third watch, but Nate's. You notice he's still awake and he's like walking about sometimes, and finally goes to sleep somewhere during Altair's watch.
Okay, so you don't sleep very well. Just see. Okay. Yeah, so you go through the night, and it is quiet apart from every so often the sound of the wildlife. It is like you're still in like very some would call it very south on land, some would call it very north Shackles, where the terrain as you see on the map isn't very like kind of swampy or anything yet. So you're able to get quite a dry night's sleep, but it also means there aren't too many mosquitoes or anything bothering you, so it's relatively undisturbed and warm. But yeah, morning comes, no problem. What is the plan for the day?
First thing in the morning, I will try and climb a tree and see if I can see any activity up north towards the road.
North. Okay, yeah, give me a climb. Are you finding just like are you looking around for like a really big tree?
Yeah, where I can see over other trees.
Okay, so it's okay. How big are trees? This is where my real life knowledge fails. Let's say you find a tree that's 50 feet tall.
Holy shit, the mother of all trees!
That's realistic, right? 50 feet.
Definitely.
Divided by 3. Yeah,
Depends.
sure.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a big tree. It's a big tree. You look around a little bit. Okay, then let's see some climbing checks. Okay,
Multiple?
yeah. Okay, I gotta figure out how high up you are when you fall down. No, I mean, probably don't fall down. Typical tree is a trained DC. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. Trained DC. DCs by level. I gotta remember this shit. Okay, DC that. Okay, yeah, you succeed. You get 5 feet up this tree.
5 feet.
45 feet to go. You're give me another 9 checks. You could roll 9 to see how high you get before you fall if you like. If you fall. Sure.
There's no chance of, like, basically, of me getting up
Oh,
this
I mean,
tree.
to fail, you need to roll like a nat 1, right? And if you roll nat 20, you got like double speed. So
Alright,
definitely succeed.
9d20.
The only one is a crit fail, and on a fail, you don't move, right? So, like,
Alright,
you
okay,
can
fine.
definitely make it up. Just roll 9 dice and then roll a nat 1.
There's a nat 1.
How far down was it in, though? Oh, 1, 2. So these would have been successes. So 2 successes.
5,
3 successes.
10, 15.
So you've had
50 feet
4
before
successes total. So 4 successes in total. So you've been up 20 feet and then you.
But surely I don't fall down all the way, right? Like, there's like other branches and handles.
No,
and
it's
stuff, no?
it's 3 before the failure.
You get used to. No, including the first one, right? His first
Yeah,
success.
but again, it's the natural 12, 11, 12, and then a 5.
And then another 11 before the one.
But it's a 5 not a failure where he would fall?
No, failure doesn't make you fall. You have to
Oh, you made no progress, right? Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, then the 11.
You can
and
use
then
to
a
grab an edge reaction, Quicksil, as you start to full passive advance, try to grab onto one of them.
Yeah, you guys just hear like a sound and then I try to.
Give me a reflex save. This is then using the climb DC.
Oh no!
I'm not even gonna reroll whatever. I'm just.
Wait, what are you continue to fall, and if you fall in 20 feet or more before you use your action, no, you haven't. You do it immediately. You do a full plus G. Okay, so it doesn't make it worse, luckily, but you do have continue to fall, and you land like flat on the the wind completely knocked out of you, and you take 10 damage.
God damn.
10 damage. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just you went.
You weren't far from the camp, right?
He wasn't
You
that
went
far.
You were.
He goes
I just walk up close and I just like.
You just find me like laying there like.
Just like.
With the beak open.
Did you catch her or did you fall on the ground?
He fell on the ground.
They're under the strain on my back, wings up, beak open, just like.
Yeah, I just walk up to you, just like kneel next to you, just grab a handful of dirt on the ground. You require assistance, bro.
My family would be so ashamed of the bird I am.
Yeah. I believed you could fly.
Icarus.
The Toy Story, it's like, I will go sailing no more.
Oh, just in slow motion falling. Oh no.
Just said you're unable
Can't be
to.
true.
You're unable to find these CCs too, but everywhere it's got bruises. It's.
I think you'll need another session. This later.
Alright, just
It's too
help me
much.
up.
Yeah,
What?
sure.
I
Of course,
climbed the tree.
You want to climb the tree, Nate?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Sure,
you're like,
You're
old man can't do.
If you fall from that height, man, you're old.
The mother of all trees. Let's
No,
go.
oh, jeez. Yeah, I mean,
Let's go, boys. Party wipe at the tree.
Yeah, alright, this
Falling
is
down.
this is for nothing compared to this.
give me give me 1 to start. Let's see how it begins, and then maybe you roll just like another 9. But give me one. I didn't want to your athletics bonus. So to do one athletics check to
Yeah.
start.
He's pretty strong, right?
He's
Oh,
got some old man
Oh
strength.
damn! Oh damn!
Okay,
So
you
you
know,
don't get
I mean, you
up.
can't fall. You're on the ground, but you know, you're like, you were a young man once. You climbed up ropes like it was a ladder, and like
This
you
is
can't really
amazing.
lift your weight off the ground.
This is
Oh,
amazing.
that's not bringing me back to like gym
this-
classes
this-
with climbing on the rope. Oh no.
This tree is wrecking us, boys.
But it's like it's just you've had a big meal yesterday. You're feeling you gained a few pounds since your piety day. It's
Shake my hands like, ugh. Nah. Don't feel like climbing today, man. Maybe some other day.
you trying to pass off by like you were stretching with the tree, like no climbing today. You go outside for a run and you're like, well, that was a nice, like stretch, and you go inside. The bar's enough work for today. Yeah, I see. I know.
I love it.
Yeah. The tree has defeated you.
Maybe we just scout on foot, eh?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Looking at what they're doing, probably, yeah.
Well, lasers can't look up, so they can't see us.
I don't think that's true, bro.
Why
Where'd you hear
else would they?
No. Let's hear about it. Why can't they look up?
Otherwise they stumble because they're so stupid. They have to look where they're going.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, so stupid. They almost kill you twice, man.
Well,
Yes.
brute strength is not everything.
Yeah, agreed. Still, we should.
Let's
not
hope not,
write
or
down
we're
the
both fucked.
issue, madam. Let's try to not take them too lightly, lad. Yeah.
I'll try.
After we've had discussion, it's like, you should have just asked for my climbing kit.
You climb?
No, but I asked for one. I like kind of gesture. Do I look like I climb?
No.
He doesn't climb, but that's why he has the kit, to help him.
Yeah.
That's something he's not good at.
Oh yeah.
That's
I
how
have
you
a
use
climbing
tools.
kit too.
The tools to make
Right.
up for my own deficiencies.
It's point to your beer belly.
Oh, wow.
No, definitely no beer belly on Altair.
Okay, so you try to scalpel on foot?
Yeah, we're just gonna. I think we just head towards the
Yeah,
camp.
just head. Yeah, you were a couple hours away, so you're heading that direction.
Yeah.
You're heading on the main road,
think
or off to the side.
Probably off to the side, but where like a quick, we could go over a hill or something like that and see the road just in case, and we can keep. doing
Yeah,
that
so sometimes we can
periodically.
like
Yeah.
we can peek in. Yeah. After like an hour, I would like ask Johnny for another checkup.
Oh, yes.
Maybe the dirt's nice up here.
Exactly.
Oh, lovely dirt.
Okay.
Wow.
Mixed
That one
results
dice went nuts, but for on my screen.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I have so much stuff that help with climbing. Like I have the climbing kit too, and like and a grappling hook.
I have a grappling hook and rope, a grappling arrow.
So while Nate's walking ahead of me, I was just like point it like on his back. I'm like, I think he's going senile.
I mean, you maybe one of you saw what Crixel was doing. You don't think any kind of climbing kit would have helped him with the movie he tried.
With the nat one? Yeah. For some reason, he thought he could do he thought he could do the like Uncharted where you do the two-hand pull up and like
Yeah, like almost
jump.
like to jump, like woo.
Exactly. It's like
you
don't. Exactly.
Then for a brief moment, I thought I could fly and just let go for too long and just fell.
Yeah. Again, it's what I put in the chat.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I also have a
Discord.
compass if I get lost on the way.
Off
When
the tree.
climbing. I mean, it's a big tree.
On the way, the tree is up is north. That's how north works, right? I know north works. It looks like up to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So after an hour of walking along the outskirts of the path, Johnny, you managed to sort out a little bit of Crixel's wounds. And yeah, you're still about another hour away from like kind of where you left Nate and Nate and Johnny before. If that's like kind of roughly the same distance you're trying to get to again. Before at least you decide to do anything else.
By the way, how do you put your character name next to your name on down bottom left?
I don't know.
No idea.
I
It's
don't
like-
know.
You know,
Yeah,
two people have it. I want it,
Uh,
and Jacko, I would love you to have it so I could remember your character name.
How
Yes.
do you do it?
I
I
don't
thought
know.
Jack
I didn't
had it
change
before.
anything.
Would you have to go to the landing page or something?
I don't think so.
Shouldn't
Yeah,
matter what
if you
page
right click on your name and go to user configuration, is there something there? Because mine says that like I have my
Oh, wait.
selected character.
Ah,
There
just
we
have
go,
to select the character. Right. Okay. Didn't click
Mm.
that button. There you go. Easy then. No, not close.
You know what they mean?
I see your name now.
If you go to user configuration, I think you can like select which character you're playing as or something.
Yeah, you just click on the image of the
User.
character and then.
Oh, but where is user configuration?
Just
So,
right-click your
in the
name on
bottom
left.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I didn't know you could do that. You can't as a GM. Oh no, you can. Yeah, you right click. Huh?
Right click, it pops up.
Oh, I might have
Okay.
like banned you, Jacko. Really, like I'll kind of be clicking, but we'll see what happens. No, I
See
think-
ya.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
Wow, this DM, man.
Okay, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
First time
Right.
DMs, right?
First time DMs, right? First time DM. You've never played an Aiden, Josh. DM'd plenty of times. Maybe once, twice. I didn't make you TM. I made Ashes. What are you talking about?
that was the joke.
I forgot. I was like, have I not DM'd the campaign you're in? Maybe not, actually. No,
No, you brutally murdered me in the last
you
campaign.
murdered everybody. Don't get so special about it. Everyone got really murdered.
Yeah.
Alright,
Well, I got killed
you
off screen, I don't know about that.
You know?
Yeah, but again, at least we didn't have the fate of poor Chris's character.
That's true, man.
Yeah.
Petrified.
Forever cognizant but petrified.
And responsible
Oh,
for the planet's
shit.
death.
I'm responsible.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ooh, that's right.
Alright, yeah, so do you want to get like basically
And now
as
her
close
mother's
as you
dead.
were
Oh, it's
before-
terrible.
It's a unhappy fact. It's a sad fact.
It's a very sad ending to that campaign.
Mm.
But yes, I think roughly the same place as
Okay,
last time.
it has been basically another hour. You're about a couple of hours away, I seem to remember. If
Yeah.
you wish, Johnny, you can attempt one more on Quicksilver.
Absolutely. Yeah. Gotta heal the
But here, it's near a river, so it's a
Come on.
good. It's a good.
Yes, it's a crit.
Look at that, look at that.
That's a crit success.
Near
Oh,
river,
there's
you
no
say?
way.
There
Yeah,
you
that
go.
tells-
Oh, this mud is it's a money mud. You could market this.
Okay, there's so much mud left over. I take some with my talents and like put it on my beak, like underneath my beady eyes as war paint.
Oh man, oh man. Okay. I mean, you got a little bit of painting stuff on your token. I can see you have that style, right? Yeah.
I have the two lines on my beak. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you're about I guess. I don't remember. Yeah, I can put you on the map so you can like remember roughly what it looks like.
Yeah.
This is the one where you can see the whole thing, right? It's just as no token duration. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so you're still a good few hundred feet away, but this is roughly the distance you left. I don't think it was 300, maybe like 300 or 400. I think remember roughly the distance you left Nate and Johnny last time. If you wish to take them closer, or go close yourself, or whatever. You can also, if you want to see just like from this distance, if you can see much, you can give me a perception check, but it will be
Yeah.
quite hard.
Quite hard.
I think we just start there just to see like general activity within the camp, right?
Oh, we can give
Yeah,
it a
And then
try.
we can
Yeah.
get closer after we have general. Because if it's like super hustle and bustle, like there's 20 people all moving around, maybe not the time to go scout it out.
Okay, yeah, everyone give me a blind perception check.
In the meantime, who knew about lizard folk? Someone was knowledgeable about them, right?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
I think we all failed that to some degree or another. Or no, that was the potential Gripplies or the frog people, right?
Yeah,
None of us
that's
knew about.
Oh no,
Yeah.
maybe
Someone
Nate.
knew,
I
someone
think-
knew
yeah,
about-
I think
We
actually
knew
Nate
something
knew a
about their
little
like
bit about
day-night
it.
cycle and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's true. You asked a little bit about it. They nocturnal. Nate knew that they weren't nocturnal. Nate had, as an elven, he had experienced lizard folk before, on the open seas, and at least the dealings he's had with them, he knew that they seem to follow the same day-night cycle as most common races. But they set a lot of store by the stars. They were quite like they have a lot of astronomers among their kind, but not necessarily in such a way where they are, stronger at night or attuned at night or work at night, none of that kind of stuff. Just they like the stars.
Yeah, I think the word diurnal or something like that was used.
Oh,
someone.
a
Word
big
what, sorry?
word.
Which word?
I have no idea.
Diurnal. It's something
Oh,
was used.
binaural. Yeah, I thought we looked up if they were
Binaural.
binaural.
Oh, yeah.
No, no, no.
Oh,
That's a
yeah,
good,
they are
uh,
binaural.
yeah.
Nate pulled that out. That's sucking that word.
It's a good
Nate,
Scrabble
I'm pretty
word
sure
right
they're
there.
binaural,
Okay, so
yeah.
while we're looking, I'll ask Nate, like, looking at the village down at the tents, like, do you think this is their home or temporary?
I mean,
Don't
that's honestly anyone who's like looking here can give me a honestly just more like a law society check as well. But that isn't necessarily. I mean, nature have a bonus because he knows like stuff about lizard folk. But in general, I mean, it would even be no. It would actually be survival just to see like how well built is this location. Look how old is it? Like how long does it look like people have been living here? Just that kind of thing as well.
Very good.
But Nate, in terms of
Fine,
you.
right?
Yeah, for the survival. Sorry, and when you were looking down, Johnny and Crixel, you couldn't, Altier and Dave was probably in a good spot to take a look. So Altier and Nate, you get quite a good sign. It seems at least, you watch it from a distance, it's hard to really get much like detail, but you can tell that the general activity level is pretty low. There seems, you see like a couple of figures walking around while you're like up there, but like doesn't look like they're preparing for anything, or at least nothing imminent that you can tell. And yeah, you can give me survival though out here and Johnny as you look at this, and Crixel poses the question about does it seem like their home? But in terms of like I mean, I think you actually go pretty well for lizard folk
That's,
before, and like maybe I should go a bit more into lizard folk that you would have like encountered, Nate.
I think it has to be blind, Tom.
Yeah,
Has to
sorry,
be
blind.
blind?
Yeah, sorry, this is a knowledge check. I'm just kind of doing it as recall knowledge.
For survival? Okay.
Yeah,
Or
for
not
survival.
society. Survival. Duh. I couldn't
For
remember.
survival, yeah. You know that Nate, what do you know about what their homes normally look like? They would normally. I mean, this is a small place, first of all. Like, all that you can kind of see, this isn't big. And the raids have been happening for like a while, and it doesn't look like it's all a huge population, so that's immediately a little bit like surprising. In terms of lizard folk homes, I mean, it's hard to tell, but they are quite secluded to the general public. They don't. You know that they often have almost like border towns, maybe, or border villages, which is what maybe common folk would associate with lizard folk, which would be these kind of more like tribal camps, kind of similar to what this is. But like, it feels like a lizard folk city forever, for instance, where they actually come from. That often lizard folk cities are like a lot, not more fancy, but more significant. Often they are like very, very old. Lizard folk have been around a very long time. They're one of the old races, like thousands of years, and they have a very big sort of like, maybe you ran into this when you knew one. Because also, I mean, I will say this, Nate, like lizard folk aren't intrinsically evil. They are like humans. They can be anything. Perhaps you have met more wild and dangerous lizard folk because that is the area you are familiar with. But in the big cities that you may have traveled in, lizard folk are not uncommon. But you would not pass one in the street and turn and go onto the other side of the road. They would be treated like any other race. And
You're not normally this violent, basically, or aggressive.
I mean, humans can be incredibly violent as well, right?
Right, no, but I mean, so far all the lizard folk that we have dealt with in the Shackles have all been the murderous.
Yeah, it's not
crazy
par for the
guys.
course necessarily.
The also Reef have also had very limited. They haven't had a big experience with lizard folk, but yes, nature would know they don't have to be violent. You can certainly meet lizard folk that are not. But you would know. Sorry, going back to the point about lizard folk homes, they have, and perhaps you encountered this, quite a famous oral traditional telling history. They tell a lot of stories, and they also revere their ancestors and generations like very few other races. So their homes often have like almost marks and like symbols of every generation that came before them. They would live in, like buildings which they're, going back, hundreds of thousands of years at the level of, complexity they would have. Often they would actually be like half submerged in like big lakes or rivers, like lizard folk can swim as well as go on land, and it would be like made of glass and stone. It would be a much more permanent location than something you see before you right here. Like perhaps they've been living here a while, perhaps months, years, but this would not be like the site of where lizard folk came from. You know what I mean? Like it's not to that level. And moving on to that, more in that case, Johnny and out here, if you look at this, you also get the impression that, even though you don't know much about lizard folk, this doesn't look like a very permanent living spot. Like, perhaps week to months to perhaps a small number of years. But, like, it doesn't have any sort of infrastructure built up, right? There's like, nothing around it. There's no sort of farmed area you can see around you that you would do if you set up a more permanent camp like this. You assume they would, if you were them, you would try to fish by the river and you could survive for a long time.
Yeah,
But
I think
sorry.
I think Crix's question basically boiled out to: are they even civilized, or is this like the highest level they can get to? But I think we. I think Nate's.
I didn't want to get a bit more detail, so why doesn't think lizard folk in this world are constantly savage barbarians. Although they of course can be, that is not what they have to be.
Mm-hmm.
But from this distance, you see that it seems quite quiet in the camp today.
So, what I was thinking, what if we were to maybe during the night, right, light a fire somewhere nearby that these guys can see, and maybe they'll go check it out, and then maybe the sneaky pair of you that can see at night a bit better. Maybe you poke around the camp, see if you can find something. If a bunch of them goes to check out the fire or something like that. What do you think? That work?
I hate to say it because I really don't like fire, but that could work.
Like set the trees on fire, wildfire.
Honestly, maybe.
Um,
Although that
we
might be a
could,
bit extreme.
yes, for a few reasons. One is if it got out of control, but also this is a fairly marshy area. I don't know how well fire would be possible.
So, like, fire itself, even though you don't like it, you're okay with it, Johnny. Setting fire to like trees in a natural location is almost like
Probably a
basically
no-go.
anathema to druids. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty like. Maybe that was a really good reason, but like to draw out enemies would be like that's up to you.
Yeah, I
Just,
don't like it.
so
I don't particularly want to have too much part with it. Fire and nature don't play well together. Gets out of hand way too quickly. And not enough water around.
alright.
That's why just water is better. But still.
What about just just a fire? I mean, you should see a fire from quite a long distance during the night. So
Just make
to,
like a very obvious campfire?
The
Yeah,
problem
maybe.
is then they
I mean, that
know
could work.
someone is here. They'll be on alert after.
That's true. That's a
yeah,
good point.
that's a good point. I
I
wasn't thinking
Maybe
about
we
it.
just need more information. I don't particularly want to go talk to them, but this could be some type of solution option type thing.
after we killed their scouting party.
And after
No, they're
we
supposed to know it was us.
continuously,
We go around a bit and come from a different direction. Just kind of stumbling through the forest,
Johnny,
I mean,
you're usually
Although
a bit.
that's a very risky way to go about it. So I'm not too happy. I'm not too married to it. So
they're continuously attacking our villages. I really don't think we should try that. And
I don't want to.
that's fair enough.
yeah,
That's true. It's a good.
and
Yes.
even though, I mean, we are so outnumbered that at least now we have the advantage of them not knowing about us, right? I mean, we'll go up to them and pretty much surrender to their whims. I don't think
That's
that's a good idea.
But,
Altair.
you know, maybe we could just wait a little bit and see if more of them just kind of leave, you know.
Well, if
And
this
maybe we
is
do that a couple more times.
if this is an outpost, then more will show. Think.
Yeah.
But from what we've observed, like it seems like there's I don't remember the number you said last time, but it seems like all the huts and whatever the tents are kind of lived in, right?
I think we saw like a dozen or something.
We
It's hard to
saw
say because
about
people are.
a dozen in like if you had to roughly count from a bit of a distance, not being able to always discern them apart perfectly, you would not be surprised if like a few of the tents might be for holding supplies out of the rain and the weather and so on like that.
Yeah,
instance.
okay.
Like they're like
Just mean like more like in the we realize all the tents are used, not more necessarily coming / out with.
very very hard. Like again, what you right now.
That's very hard to say. Okay.
Like some of these tents could you're not sure how lizard folk maybe they sleep like in a big pile, right? And you could hold 10 people in one of these tents. Like it's really hard to say about like there would be enough the actual living space to have way more than 12 people in here, right? Like all these tents are like 3 by 3. You could have whole, like 5 people sleeping in each tent. Like it would be possible. Like you don't know how many.
I kind of like point over to like the big tent, as I believe we can all see, and I'm like, Altair, do you think we can get there? Get inside?
I think that might be. Is that probably where? Like, where's the majority of the activity that we can detect?
Around the fire.
Range? Okay. Yeah. So that could prove a little difficult. We might be able to try to go again down the bank towards the river and then come up from below, behind it, or we could try circling around the right side all the way around and stay along the cliff's edge. But this area, specifically in here, is where the most danger would lie.
What if we saw a leader come out of the tent, no? What if we sneak up and capture them? Hold them hostage?
We could try,
but are they that loyal to each other? That'll be my next question. I don't think so.
What do you mean by are they that loyal to each other?
I mean, their leader, maybe someone decides, okay, he got captured, he's weak, I'll be the leader now, we don't care about him.
Yeah, do we know from our lizard folk knowledge how tightly knit their communities are or something like that?
It's like that. I will say lizard folk are as varied as humans. Like some communities will be very close knit, others less so.
Okay.
It's very hard to say.
But people, those that are focused on combat and might
they value strength very highly. Lizard folk, but you also know that they do value strength.
Definitely, strike me as might makes right type of people.
Yeah, I don't know if that would go well for a few reasons. Even if we were to succeed, the camp may just we have proven that the leader is weaker than they thought, and therefore they turn. Or we very much could fail at capturing a powerful leader of these lizard folk.
So you're saying that I should challenge the leader for?
I mean,
no,
I don't think we would be given the chance.
Nor that, yes, but like.
Nate, you should dress up as a female lizard folk and distract them that way.
Okay, your ideas are getting crazy about events, bro. Can
All right, let's circle back to actual.
I'm getting frustrated by the plans we are not following.
No. Again, you did have a good idea though, and I think that's the basis of the plan, which is you and we sneak back into the camp. I think rather than try to capture the leader, we see if we can maybe do a small, cut into the back of the tent and be able to investigate if there are people there. If they're not, we could search the place for any form of information documents that may allow us to understand what they're doing. If there are people there, then
their language.
I mean, they also speak common, but yes, I get your point.
Okay, let's try. Okay.
By the way, lads, there is also another option, although you young ones may not like it. We can also turn back. We know the location of the camp. Get a few more of the guards, maybe some all hands, friends of mine. Try to get them to come with us, and you know, we know how many lizard folk are there, and we come knocking with, you know.
We could do that, but
our-
it's been a long journey. We're going
Right.
back there and coming back here with a number of more people. We might get spotted on the way, and then we face, prepared fights. Now, right now we've infiltrated lands. Maybe we just need to observe them for another day or so.
I mean, have we detected any form? Like, do they have like a pen for animals that they're keeping?
No.
Visitors.
When you were trying to see if there were like farms or like livestock they were keeping, no, it doesn't seem
Okay.
to have that.
Do we
do
know
they
how
have like?
Yeah.
Do they just go to? Is this like a freshwater stream or river then that they're getting water from?
Is that a freshwater stream with it? Like you haven't like right now you're quite far in coast, so it would probably lead out to the ocean is what you would assume based on the size and like the direction. But wherever it probably would still be it would be fresh enough to drink.
Yeah.
I think while we're checking the river, we also want to check out how deep it goes. If we can like go under.
So you're checking. Sorry, so you're going just like downstream a lot and going to check the river. Sorry.
Well, if we can go back a little bit so that we're out of view of the village, and then circle around to the river.
Circle around, so you go to the river a lot downstream.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go off and investigate the river. Yeah, it's roughly 10 to 15 feet. Like narrowing in some places. It's I mean, depth, man. I don't fucking know how deep rivers are in real life. Like something like
really
It really varies from
like where
walkable
it's,
to very deep.
where it's wide, like the widest points, it's probably maybe like 5-10 feet deep there, where you can like kind of wade. If you're a tall person, like kind of half swim, half wade, kind of with a lot of difficulty. And then when it narrows, it goes down. In some places, like to 10 to 15 feet deep.
Okay.
So,
So if you really were to try, you could probably like go underwater without being spotted from.
Yeah. It's like it's at least 5 feet deep, and like I mean, not when you're at the edge, but in the center, it would always be at least deep enough to like like let's swim underneath the water. Yeah. If it's deep enough to like you wouldn't see a shape underneath water at that distance, but you would be far underneath the water. So like
Then you
if
would
someone
for
was
sure,
looking in your direction, obviously it would be less obvious. But if there was somebody standing at the bank, they would still see a shape in the water.
That's a big fish. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big fish.
Alright. Okay, so that's probably not the best way to go about it. I was wondering if perhaps Nate and Johnny can like follow us as well, using the river.
Right.
So yeah, lads. I mean, there's no rush, right? But still,
The problem is with
No.
going
there's
back
no
is
need to be too rash with with something too risky. Right? We can maybe like Johnny says, like just wait a bit more, try to figure out more about them.
I mean, I would like to get a closer look, right? Get a better idea of a count of the number of people there. If we could maybe even see if there's relations, like what shared languages do the amphibious group and the lizard folk have? Because commonality may be common itself, which then maybe we can hear more of their communications.
You're right. They wouldn't speak the same language, I don't think.
I don't know. But I think, again, a very careful approach, quick look, we can listen, get some more finer details.
Yes.
I think that's worth
That's
it,
the
rather than
best.
just sitting up on this hill.
It's a nice hill.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I like the hill, but
I feel very safe up here.
Yeah, you want to. Sorry, I missed a bit of it. Is it LTO and Quicksilver who want to go get a close look? Was everybody trying, or just?
I think
just
despite
the two
Nate's
of us again.
warnings, we're going,
it's probably for the best.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
I
trying
mean,
to do? Okay.
I can try to help, and maybe you lead the way, but just if there's anything I can help you with the sneaking around business, but you know.
If you hear a gunshot, come running.
Which
I can do
way?
that.
Run away,
Which
man.
way?
Run away,
Preferably
man.
towards the river.
Back to the village.
Yeah. Riddle off. Yeah.
Gotta meet some new
Yes.
characters.
No,
Right,
I think
okay, so how'd you end?
general exit strategy would be towards the river. Because we know that's going to eventually lead back to the sea.
Promise, they can swim. And I'm gonna look at Nate, he can't. Well, not quite as
Right.
fast.
But it does a better job covering our tracks, and it's a good place for us to kind of align.
I do like
I'm not
this.
saying
He
we just follow that all the way to the sea, because they will easily outpace us.
I like it, but the enemy will as well.
Potentially.
Alright, so...
Yeah, so you want to get a... Are you trying to go from a specific angle or anything, or...?
How can we tell about how tall these cliffs are on the back side
yeah,
from the...
so there, it's
bank?
actually like fairly steep. So like at its steepest, basically like right in the middle between the two. It's like man, I hate feet, but I always thinking like weird mixture of like feet and meters for like fucking British.
Again, you can say it, and I'll just multiply by 3 for meters, and I'll get my feet. I don't care.
Yeah, there's three
It's
meter
something like
players
50,
here.
50 to 20 feet at the highest point.
Okay, I mean
And
that's
then,
not too
like-
bad. I have
it's
a
not- it's not
grappling
very high.
hook and rope with knots, like that makes it DC.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
gives enough cover for us to like...
Oh, for sure. If you were
wouldn't
down
die.
at the beach and all an house done that, you would have, you'd have to be looking over the edge to see someone.
Yeah.
It's
So
D-Day
it's kind of
vision.
sneaking down along like this. Along kind of down on this route,
Mm-hmm.
down towards the beach, and then making our way back behind the big tent.
Sure, yeah. It's kind of hard because, like, for instance, at least we'll self-check and we'll see how it goes. But like, for instance, this part is you all know, especially you out here. That part is very dangerous. Basically, you have to basically like, watch from here until there's like no one in line of sight and just sprint right and kind of hope for it. It's,
I mean, maybe I just like take the river completely, right? Like just
Yeah.
try and be
Do some
stealthy
speed.
that way. Yeah.
yeah, you can also try.
Just meet up like we just from the hill we choose a meetup point like here, and then so a group of one is much likely it's less spot it up. Okay, yeah, so I'll do that.
Yeah, both of you give me stealth checks.
Oh boy.
I can do it by pretty much.
Easy, you got this.
Yeah. Can't even reroll because we don't know the results.
I know. Blanchian.
Okay. Yeah, so they both sneak off and leave you behind, Nate and Johnny. And yeah, I guess you go kind of like here or something together, and then you kind of like split off, and you go straight
Does
to the
this
river while underneath the cover.
Go off anywhere specific?
It's not.
Or does it not
like,
really
Not in my
exist?
world. I think it should. No,
Okay.
it doesn't really exist for me. It's just grass. Maybe it's like another path, or maybe it's like something that goes like like toilets or some shit like that.
Like that's what I was
It's
thinking.
not-
If it all
yeah,
tells
it's-
us,
it's-
that's where the shit is. Got
yeah,
it.
But they have
you go through
toilets?
the shit. It's very quiet. No one wants to be down here, so it's nice. It's a
Right.
good place to stealth. Okay, so yeah, you go over there, and both of you, as you're like heading around, like I'm assuming you're at least paying a lot of attention to camp. While you're as soon as you get even close. So both of you give me perception checks as well. Okay, out here you're very focused on like hiding. You're just like running from bush to bush. Like until you're getting closer, you're not really thinking about it. But Crixel, you've had you had all these great ideas of what you would do, and that you're like really focusing out. Like I think we could do all of these plans. It's crazy. And
All at once.
Crixel, you're about to say like just like nod at out here and head your own ways. I'm guessing you're like somewhere down here, right? You're just at like an area, and this is when you hear raised voices, Crixel, like with some sort of like I don't know, argumentative nature to it. There's some sort of like back and forth, like like going on in the language you don't understand, but it's quite quite loud. Just so you know.
I just hold up a wing and I'm like, they are fighting amongst themselves. Or what? something is happening at least. How is this the same like?
It's a bit narrow over here. So this one, like, kind of like in this square, like at its height, it's maybe 10 foot, but like here, like lower point is like maybe like 5-10 feet based on where you stand. So if you like try to like you could almost like reach up and grab it and try to pull up your eyes like over the top. You know what I mean, kind of thing.
Yeah. I'll try and climb up a motion for Utter to the same. I like at least so at eye level we can see.
When he points out the voices, like if I stop and listen, can I pick them out as well then?
You like wait like a few seconds for like.
Yeah.
Give me another perception check. You're basically trying to see if you hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, on like when you stop and you're focused now just on like listening, you also hear like not as clearly as Crixel, but you hear at least definitely like a heated discussion between two individuals. Well, at least two individuals.
And general direction from us, is it like straight out towards the campfire?
Yeah,
basically?
It's like hard to say exactly, but like in this kind of like in a cone from the direction. Like for sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might again sneak back over towards this tent, kind of use that as cover to try to peek around the corner one side or the other.
Yeah, so you don't both want to like go from the same angle. Also makes sense.
Yeah.
Both you give me stealth checks. You're basically trying to hide behind this cover as you like kind of watch what's happening in there. So both of you give me another stealth check. Oh yeah, they seem you kind of hop yourself up and at least immediately no one seems to notice you or isn't giving it away. It looks and you see in say basically in between like kind of like basically in front of this tent here, you see two lizard folk who seem to be the ones causing this disturbance. One of which is what's it called? Is the one you saw previously speaking to the weird reptilian things with the. So one of them is one with like a staff and like that weird kind of floating stone gem thing around his head. And the other one for you, it looks like it's really hard for you to distinguish lizard folk. It looks like the lizard folk. They don't have any clear weapons on them. They just like seem to just be like just walking around camp kind of lizard folk thing. But that one, the one who's speaking to the one with the staff. I mean, they're speaking to each other, of course. But they seem to be having some sort of argument together in like lizard folk language. That we can see as maybe Nate would know what it's called.
Do they seem to be similar in stature, like size-wise and stuff?
Yeah, like the one that's arguing is maybe a little bit shorter, but like they both seem like to be, like say it's like same, I don't know, subspecies of lizard folk, I guess. Like they don't seem very different from one another. And I guess you're watching it just for like at least some, for a little bit.
Yeah, for a little bit, yeah.
I mean, I might try to like use this as a distraction. Like since I'm kind of in this corner, is there any activity, or does it look like the camp is kind of all focused on the argument?
It looks like the camp is pretty quiet right now. So right now, those are the only two who are actually in that like center area.
Yeah, I kind of nod to Crixel, or kind of get back to him to say, maybe we can use this as a distraction to get back behind the tent.
Yeah, I guess so. Can I quickly try and determine if the argument is, are they like actually focused on each other completely, or are they like pointing wildly around them, or like in a specific direction, like are they involved with other people, or are they like focused on each other?
Yeah, no, they so you hear what Algier says, and you're like sure, but you try to get a bit more sense of the conversation, exactly what's happening. It seems very much like you can't tell what they're arguing about, obviously, but it seems they're not pointing. Like at one point, actually, and this is where kind of like the most interesting single part of the conversation happens. But at one point, the one without the staff points in the direction of the big tent, and like says something, and this is when the voice maybe gets to its highest level, and at that point, the one with the staff actually like kind of use it and like smashes like not maybe like going for a killing blow, but like basically like you would do to like to just show someone like, hey, like shut the fuck up, kind of like basically like a slap, that level of force, like basically slaps the other lizard folk in like the side of the face with the staff, and then like almost shouts something back to them, and at that point the other one kind of like stares them for a second, and then goes back and storms into a tent, and is which tent was it? It was this tent. You kind of watch me. I don't know if you watch them go all the way, but they head in that direction.
Yeah, I don't know, Alter, if you after you say that, like I'm like, wait 1 second, but it actually turns out to be quite long. So if you want to sneak off
Yeah, I figured if
by
this like
yourself,
started to happen,
Yeah.
you wouldn't turn away. So if like you saw them point, you would have waited to see what happened. Quicksilver, but maybe I scrapped too much.
I definitely tried to at least make it across to the
Yeah,
backside of the cliff over here.
yeah, exactly. Give me a, I mean, no, I'm going to use the same one you did for avoid notice, but it's still like, the same basically action. It's not
Right.
like you're doing the hijack. Okay, which was that? Okay, yeah, so you run over. I mean, this is barely even a stealth check. It's basically just like just try and hoping no one's looking in that direction. But,
Exactly.
yeah, and you do get to the other side, like without a problem.
Yeah, now I'm trying to get like to maybe this place where there's like some general rocks in case there's someone on the other side of the river or something.
No, there seems like nobody on the river right now, and you manage to get there.
And then I'm mostly just trying to like listen and I'm waiting for Crixel.
Yeah, you like just stay over there. Yep.
yeah, I think I will be like 30 seconds behind.
Yeah, it was.
And using the river, so a bit further, and then obviously like James Bond style, like walk out of the river.
Suit on.
Yeah. dripping feathers. Yeah, just human like softly like chuckling to myself. Okay.
Yeah, you both meet up like basically right behind the main tent over here.
They are definitely fighting.
Question is about what?
Something including the tent.
Sorry.
Including the tent. I'm gonna like point towards like the like an outlook we can see. Perhaps it is about power.
But again, that could be, is it the location of the tent? It's hey, I want the bigger tent. Is it hey, the person in that tent who's even bigger and stronger than us is an asshole and I don't like him, or we should get him to do so? Like, right, there's so many things. I think.
Perhaps they just want the good view.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
I doubt that, but it's a possibility. I think give it a little bit of a moment to calm down, and then and I start pulling out the grappling hook and fixing it to the rope and everything, doing some knots. Since it's 50 foot of rope, I don't need all of it.
The prospect of using a climbing kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to just like cook it top, so you can basically use the rope to try to climb up the side. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. It's you throw it up there. Basically as quietly as you can. Got the little kind of gurgling up the river to drown you out slightly, and yeah, the catches hold fairly easily. And you have like the rope leaning against the side of the cliff.
Okay.
I'll let Altar go first.
Yeah. And do you want me to do athletics?
Yes. The thing I believe the rope still has a surprisingly hard DC. I don't know if it's so easy, I guess.
I believe it makes it like a DC, like where it's pretty straightforward, but I could be wrong.
I think it's still surprisingly hard. It's like, I think,
really?
Well, it's still DC 15 somehow.
Holy shit!
That's
I'm gonna fail this so often.
And the main reason I was against this plan is because it just involves two people doing nothing for it. Yeah. It kind of feels bad.
Oh, so yeah. I guess I was thinking like, so in 5e they have a thing where it's like if it's a straight rope, like so I'm just holding a rope.
Yeah.
Versus if you have a knotted rope, right? So there's consecutive areas where I can like put my weight on my feet, use that to climb up, jump to the next knot. That's way easier in my opinion.
I think it actually also would be DC 10 because I'm trying to remember that's only the beginner box described a rope attached to a wall at DC 10. And yeah, it has rope and then no thing for rope electrical. I mean, it's certainly harder than a ladder, which is DC 5 for sure. But certainly it would be easier than rigging, for instance, for the other foothold. So yeah, I think 10 is actually a fair.
I mean, in theory, you could prepare the rope before the, to.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but either way, even if you had to,
for the mission,
Yeah, you don't even use the halls. You just like do it. Only with hands.
No, I definitely do. I'm not.
You definitely use the It's actually DC 17 on this cliff, Jack. It's harder to choose the. Okay, yeah. So technically you have to do a couple, I think, but that's only enough to get 5 feet. So you have to do one more, and then you can probably basically the top.
Okay, good. I gotta turn this on, this off.
You get so much better at climbing as the levels go on.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, so you managed to pull yourself up to the top as quietly as possible.
Yep, and then I'm like, so I from the top I kind of gesture down with my hand towards Crixel, give him the go ahead, and then I'm like laying pretty down flat next to the tent over here.
Yeah. So you're basically like full cover completely. Like unless someone was like looking for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you only need one free hand to climb, or is there a
No, you
penalty
need
if
both
you do?
free hands.
All right,
Yep.
makes sense. I was gonna say like, oh, yeah, makes sense. Okay, here we go.
Combat climb unless you do one hand. Cool. Yeah, you get up half the way basically.
And can Altair help me like for the final part, like maybe aid
Yeah, you
me
don't
with,
have to check to aid if you want out here to try to like. Give
just pull me up a little bit. Yeah.
Just another athletics check, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a
Long
problem.
live the king.
PG-20 has +3. Monka, I think crit fails more than half the time. No, it doesn't crit fail, but does not succeed. He doesn't have
Alright.
any strength for his bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to pull people up.
Ooh, but with the
But
rope,
it's-
you're still able to make your way to the top, and I mean, now to be right, yeah, he does like basically, he doesn't mean pull you up, but he gives you a hand to grab hold of, right?
Yeah.
Pick yourself up with.
Cool.
Yeah, and you both are like basically, I'm like seeing like right here, right, like these kind of two
Yeah.
squares. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you seem to have gotten up without anybody in the camp police raising any sort of alarm.
I kind of eye the tent material. I'm like, perhaps you should do this. My knives are quite blunt from chopping fish heads.
You really should stop using them for that.
It is my profession.
I mean, before I do that, so I have like technically I have a dagger and a sickle out right now instead of my rapier because the rapier's a little more clumsy in this moment. And at first I want to like listen to see what kind of activity or conversations happening within the tent before I start just like cutting the side of it open.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Blind perception. Okay. This, go.
Okay, out here, it's hard for you to hear much, but Crixel, you've got those eagle eyes, eagle ears. Eagles have good ears as well. Owl's ears? I don't know who have good ears. Owls also have good eyes. Bad ears, that's it. Good, bad ears today, you were hearing the conversation now, like, as, out here, you didn't really hear much, you were perhaps getting ready to cut it, but Crixel, you hear... It's, to you, it's not even that quiet, it just seems like almost like, what you would imagine a normal conversation level would be like. From something inside like kind of sick layers of canvas to keep out well on the elements. You can't make out like any like it's in a language which you don't even actually recognize. Like even like the lizard folk one, when you hear them speaking it was in you've heard them shout up to each other on raids, for instance, and go over that. You recognize it. This language seems completely alien to you. It doesn't even seem to have many similarities. The actual like way of speaking is quite different as well. But you can see you can almost make out there seems to be two different voices, but you can't make out even the tone. Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they fighting? Are they good?
Okay.
Something.
Yeah, as quietly as I can, I'll whisper to her. Two voices, no lizards.
How is this tent held together, by the way?
It's got like an inside. It would have like struts that have been like. It's hard to say from seeing inside. You would believe it's like basically as a scaffolding or scaffolding built up inside.
A skeleton.
Thick canvases are like pulled over, and then
Yeah.
light ropes are hammered in just in case of storms, for instance.
Yep.
Keep it in place.
I was making sure because there's a part of my brain that's like sabotage. Like it's slowly
always
starting
keep
to
that
all
in the back of the
them.
minds.
Always
Absolutely.
the option. Yeah.
So yeah, I think I try to go to what I imagine is a more inconspicuous back, corner over here, maybe on the side, to like just do a very, very tiny little slow cut with the dagger, so I can get a better view inside.
Okay. So
Just big enough for me to put like one eye against it.
Yeah. Like a super small base, you just cut it aside.
Make it big enough for my my firearm to fit through, just in case.
To start with, it's basically like I basically just barely poke the dagger into its like.
Yeah, almost like a painting. You just like look through the
Yeah.
eyes.
And then a second one. And it
bit-
perfectly
bit-
aligns to like a painting that they've done on the wall with eyes.
If only
Yeah.
you see the guy for paintings. Okay, I mean, give me a stealth check as you're doing this, just so I know.
Yeah.
You know, like in case you make a lot of noise, you know.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, you're very quiet, you know, you wait even maybe, you know, till there's, you know, now you're like paying attention, you can also hear a bit of conversation, so maybe you wait till there's, you know, it's a bit loud, or, you know, they're both talking at once, and then you like, and then you quickly make one, and yeah, you seem to, the voices inside continue their speech as if, you know, nothing had changed. And yeah, you wanna...
Yeah. And then I'm just trying to get an idea of like the layout of the room, where like how many occupants are there? Is it just the two, or are there others?
Yeah. So you try to, you know, have a little. It's, you know, hard to get, you know, a very clear image of the entire
Right,
room,
of
for
course.
instance. But you can make out that it appears, at least from the angle you can see, which is, you know, most of it. You know, maybe it doesn't, like right here, for instance, they wouldn't show up if they were like leaning against the wall. But from what you can see, it is just the two strange reptilian figures you saw previously.
I had a thought of what I.
Only one of them, actually, I can't remember. But
I think we just saw one before.
Okay, but there are two.
And I forgot the other name of what I was like. Oh, they're probably not Gribbler. They're probably this other thing that I can't remember the name of now.
Oh, I'm sure. I remember
Well,
you
I
checked.
know my character doesn't know regardless, but I think Josh
Yeah.
figured it out.
So maybe Josh figured it out. Yeah, but they seem to be having a conversation. As you kind of see what's happening, it looks like, even though this is like, you know, the biggest tent, it doesn't, like, for instance, seem very fancy. Like, you know, there's like, you know, there's like kind of like a rough kind of like, not even table, just, you know, maybe some like empty crates which are like in the center room where, you know, there's like, you know, water, skin, or like, you know, like flat, you know, that kind of stuff. Maybe like some food still left out. There's basically like two kind of like heaps of like kind of blankets / like furs and like skins that maybe you would think is almost like kind of like a nest in like the opposite side of the room. But apart from that, it's surprisingly bare. And right now, these two, one of them is like kind of like lying on like the pile of skins, and the other one is sort of like picking at like stuff on like the kind of crates table. You know, like as they kind of just seem to be like talking.
Did the lizard folk who was having the argument with the staff and the stone has not come back into the tent?
The one with the staff.
Yes.
They're not in this tent, no.
Okay. Because I thought, did we see them leaving the tent earlier, like the first time we were here?
The first time you were here, you saw one of, I can't remember one or both, you saw one of these weird reptilians leave with the one with the staff. It looked like they just like, walked out of this tent.
Boggart, that's what, that's what my bet is. Just took a second. Yeah. So I just kind of keep watching. Are there any, like, does it look like there's a desk? Are there beds that I can even just kind of make out?
The beds seem only to be these kind of like rough pile of furs and skins, and the desk, no. Like there's this mock table which is crates which like stuff is on, but there's no desk. It seems like, I mean, quite uncivilized. Like, you know, there's not like, you know, books or anything like that. You know, maybe there is, you know, somewhere like there's maybe a couple of papers on like the kind of crate thing, but you know, not like, you know, a lot of scrolls. Or like that.
Okay.
Beside you, I'm like, my turn. And I'll start pushing over a little bit.
Oh, I'm gonna scrap it all again? Fuck.
Nah, just...
No, you see, you see the same. You see the same. It seems like, you know, they don't seem like, you know, the conversation's kind of like, seems like ended somewhat, like they still one or two words between them, but they're basically just like seem to be passing the time.
The language that they're speaking, is it the same as the lizard folk?
No. The lizard folk one you recognize, you've heard it in town before. This seems very alien to all of you as a language.
Okay. So I do kind of move to the side a little bit and give him some space to use the little peephole.
Yeah, so I'll get for like a minute, and then maybe we head back towards the edge of the cliff so we can have a brief
have a conversation a bit further away. Yeah, sure.
I'll be like, I don't see why they would want that tent. It is shitty.
I mean, maybe it's the best of the shitty options.
At that point, why bother?
You're not wrong, but I would like to get maybe a
There's
look at some of the
There's no treasures in
tents. There's some barrels, and we don't know the contents.
My beady eyes start gleaming. Well,
But there's
the
still
weird.
wish to know what those creatures are.
Someone in town will probably know.
Possibly.
But
I remember if I have. I think I do. I do. I have chalk. But I don't have anything besides playing cards that I could draw on.
I mean, not the worst material. Let me see. Wait, I have a climbing kit?
I'm pretty sure I couldn't remember who did it because like we picked one up from the town.
You guys all
Ah.
what the fuck?
Okay, so that's what you
I
were
don't
sharing
know
a
if one
climbing
of you
kit.
started with one, but it's more of like, hey, there's one that we have now for the group.
Okay.
I just don't know who was carrying it because I knew I couldn't.
Alright, yeah, sure.
I'm a weakling. Yeah.
But might have.
I think I might sneak over to take another look. Like, I mean, we might as well try to take a look at some of the other tent in this area if possible.
Yeah, maybe. Wait, Nate, did you get the climbing kit from the village? Like, did you ask for it? Or did you already have it?
Don't really remember, but probably got it in the village. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll remove mine.
What's up?
That would be the one.
We were just figuring out who had what.
Okay, so I think Altair's plan was to go to like the smaller tent, see what's up there.
Yeah, just to see if there's like, if the other tents are as run down as say this big one.
First, pick
So I wanna
around
go to
like
the next-
tent, obviously, see.
Right, of course. Yeah, slowly trying to get like line of sight across. Oh, God damn! Why can't I get something to actually work the way I want it to? There we go. Like through here before sneaking behind the rock and then to this side.
Yeah. You could
Look down in this direction.
Get as close as you can. I'm guessing if you try to listen to this tent first, you should give me perception checks.
Yep.
You don't hear any sounds of like anything inside.
Yeah, same thing as before. This tiniest little dagger hole, just big enough for my eye to peek through. As quietly as I can.
Stealth check.
Okie dokie.
Okay, I'm gonna try and aid by like holding the tent canvas like straight, so that that's
I
right.
just realized I rolled it privately to myself.
Man, you're so lucky, Josh, because I said I force people to reroll if it's good or bad. You lucky
Exactly, and that's why I was like,
You
oh my
lucky
god.
guy.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, it was a nat one for everyone else.
Alright.
I legitimately clicked the wrong one. I was like, fuck. Okay. Blind GM roll. There we go.
Yes. Okay, yeah, you make a little hole in the side. Nobody immediately reacts. Yeah, you try to peer in. This tent basically is like, it doesn't have anybody in it that you can see when you look in. And it seems, I mean, maybe even shittier to describe it as, because it has like, basically a pile of soft things that you could sleep on. And like, like a crate, which like, has like an unlit lantern on it, like kind of like a lantern you could change on and off. Or, I don't know, a lantern uses oil, you know what I mean. But apart from that, it's basically empty. Like, there's like a crate, there's, a couple like boxes, but it's not currently occupied.
I look back to Crixel just for a second and I say, I think our time's almost up. But I've been wondering, how flammable do you think these tents are?
I don't have much experience with flame, but I would like to try. Johnny
So
wouldn't know.
I get the starts of a very bad idea.
I just see Johnny like
shake
his head in my mind.
Yeah, exactly. I walk Crixel through kind of the start of this plan that's forming in Altair's head, which is to make the slip big enough that I can slip in, get the unlit lamp, pour the oil over the soft bedding and things like that, flint and steel, quickly light it, and then sneak back down behind it while they're distracted and go back to the group.
But it would certainly cause distraction. But why use it to escape?
I don't know. That's why
Why
I
not?
was talking through before just doing it.
Okay, let's start with the fire, and then the frog people will run out, and then we go in. Big tent.
Ooh, that is quite dangerous, but kind of like you're thinking.
We have to have something to bring back to the other two, otherwise
Yeah. Okay.
they won't respect us.
Slightly new part of the plan is trying to basically create a fuse to light our fire, right?
Yeah. So you
Which
want like
is-
a trail that you can just light.
Yeah. So like the rope, if I put it in the lamp oil first, and then get the rest up on there to try to get it over, so it's going to be decent fire in the back corner, so that it's not going to be immediately obvious that it's on fire until it's probably more difficult to put out.
Yeah, I understand.
And then as soon as I light it, we're sneaking back to the eye hole over on this side.
Okay, yeah, you want to do that? So you put the plan in action?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not too hard. You basically cut this one out wide enough so you can just go in. You just obviously not too wide. But then you
if
go
we burn
in,
it down, maybe it'll hide the evidence of me sneaking in the backside.
Let's hope.
Maybe.
It's quite easy, to set up just like trail into the fire with cash and then go on. You're not really sure how long it will take, for the fire to catch. So you think there'll be enough time for you to get out and maybe sneak around a bit.
Right.
But it's hard for you to know how long it will take. But yeah, you put the plan in motion, and it takes like a little bit. So you're like probably waiting here for good maybe even 30 seconds to a minute, right? Because it's a lot of heavy material that's got properly catch and really start to burn. But after about maybe a minute where you're really hiding against the big tent, you start to hear some shouts go up. Maybe. So
As we hear the shouts, I look at you, Alter. I'm like, I just thought of something. Nate and Johnny will probably see the fire and think we are in trouble.
Ah, fuck.
We are. Us to the other scene where Nate and Johnny, you've been over there, it's probably been, they've been taking it slow and they had to go a bit. It's probably been like 20 or 30 minutes for now. It's not crazy long, right? You weren't very far away. But they were taking their time and being careful. And yeah, so it's, been about that long. And then you see basically from, you're still feeling the situation, you see quite clearly. It's hard to tell much detail, but one of the tents, at the back of the camp, it starts, as you're watching it, it starts to go up a little bit, not go up, but it starts to be flames, from the inside. It basically designs so the top kind of bursts open at the beginning, because the fire is hottest there, and then you see basically a lot of figures leave the other tents and basically head in that direction, at least
now that we've illuminated the camps and probably forced a lot out, can they get a better count?
Yeah, as you're watching this and they come out, it seems like the original count was pretty accurate. It's still hard to tell, but there's a lot of action now.
Right.
People running around. There's a lot of stuff happening. There certainly seems to be two of these weird, reptile things that both seem to leave the main tent when they hear, the noise go up. And then close maybe I guess to you see only one of the what's it called, of the ones with the staff, and you see maybe in total 5 of random ones. None of them have their shields out right now, so it's hard to tell which are witches, monsters, but maybe another 5 lizard folk are come out of their tents and running over to try to it seems from what you're immediately seeing, and I guess what you're seeing as well, the other two, obviously you can be doing stuff, but no one's going into the tent to save it. It's more they're trying to contain the fire, right? Stop it spreading to the tent next to it.
I just thought of another negative thing that I'm not going to repeat yet because it'll give the DM ideas.
But
I've learned.
What would you do, Nate and Johnny, if you see this fire start to get set in the town? Would you do anything or?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I curse loudly for a while.
For a while. Okay.
I mean,
a few
I
minutes
tongue like a
later.
sailor, you know. Yeah.
He was a sailor. What about you, Johnny, as you see this fire go up? Do you have any like initial reactions?
Hey, it's not natural wood. It's fine.
Just shake your head at it.
Complete coincidence, I
Play
swear.
with fire. It's sure.
I knew it.
just
I
have to
knew it.
Feel it.
The,
Kids.
you lads, I just wanna do something. I don't know, man. I think we have to.
Don't say you lads. Them lads.
You're the same. Come on. I know you are. Yeah. I
This
mean,
dude-
they're in trouble. Plain and simple. I think we need to at least
Yeah,
try
we
to
should
maybe
we should go
cause our
closer,
own
but
distraction.
we didn't hear a gun. But we didn't hear a gunshot, right? I
No,
didn't
no,
miss
no.
that
And
somehow.
you're close
Okay.
enough, you would certainly have heard one.
As you asked
Yes,
that
yes.
question, we know.
Yeah, we didn't hear. He looks like Nate. Did we hear a gunshot? Blammo!
And we didn't hear a gunshot, so we don't have to run in. So we can just maybe try sneaking closer ourselves. Maybe let's see how their
Yeah,
plan plays
sure.
out, even though I
Yeah.
don't like it. But
Now it's done.
let's do as we agreed. If we hear a gunshot, we go in, bro. Before, that's just slow and easy. That's what the old guys say. Nice and easy, slow and easy. One of those.
Okay, so you
Sure.
both start making your way closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so yeah, you do that. That's it.
Oh,
You have the
stealth
conversation,
is
and
the
it takes a
most
bit of
thing,
time, and of course you notice it later than the other two say something.
Okay, can I recommend Alter gets a hero point for the fire plan?
Hero point. Yeah, you get a fire plan. Yeah, you get a hero point for very heroic setting fire to someone's camp.
Oh, you frame it like that.
Despicable.
Despicable. Alright, yeah, you can have one. Yeah, okay, but yeah, so you immediately, it's been noticed. People have left their camps. What do you do? Maybe you can. I guess I can drag a token online so you can make it more clear to me where exactly you are. Maybe it's not relevant, but also just
Are we
nice.
back on Grixel and I?
Yeah.
Okay. Real quickly, point of clarification or questioning, because this would have been obvious between the first day and now, is what type of items, weaponry, armor are the other reptilian or amphibious creatures wearing?
Oh yeah,
or
the other two. Yeah. I can't remember if there was one in the picture, but they
it looks like a spear, if I recall
It
correctly.
was a trident.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's
Did you manage to figure out how to do the arts, maybe? Or?
There's no good way. I can make new handouts for each of them.
That's a lot of effort. Yeah, no, that's
yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It's like really important things I might.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh,
Let's do this in case you forgot.
That's right.
quite cool. Little gladiator-esque.
Happy hour.
Yeah, so yeah, you two are back here. Everyone's attention seems to be on the fire and kind of containing it. I mean, you would know out here in that space, you feel a little too close to the ash.
Yeah, definitely. So I think when we were waiting for movement from within the tent. Look, notice of the camp to see the fire. Did either of the creatures make an immediate movement out of the tent? As you said, one of them.
No, I mean, do you mean how are you trying to watch to see if they've gone, or are you trying to put this?
I think we're trying to listen to footsteps, right?
Yeah,
a little bit of both.
We have the shouting that's happening,
right?
But if out here, you kind of trying to peek around the corner to watch. Yeah, you see immediately. You seem it seems almost immediately as the shouting started. Both of them, left and now kind of standing, around, kind of yelling at in this weird language, at whoever's out there, basically
sure,
fucking do something, get that.
Yeah.
Right.
So as soon as I notice that they're both gone, I do it really quick because it's going to be. The sound is not going to register for everyone of a slight
for sure, of course
cutting of leather compared to the yelling and the fire. So I cut, and then I quickly try to jump in, do a quick scan to see, I know that there were some documents over here, and I just go and grab them all, throw them in my bag, and book it out, basically.
Okay, yeah. So you jump in, So it was documents, So you
I want to go for the barrels.
You want to go for what, sorry?
For one of the barrels.
The one in the barrel. Oh, the crate kind
Ah,
of thing.
god damn it! I got the idea of treasure in his head. It's my fault.
Oh,
I got it, man.
Yeah, okay, so you follow
Yeah, I do like a swan dive, like
yeah, you
behind him.
follow in there. Yeah, I mean it's quick when you're trying to like look around. So you grab the stuff on the documents is maybe there's one which looks like immediately to kind of be in the vibe of a map. There's and then that's really the only like documents. So there's more kind of documents. Yeah, that's like the main sort of like real paper. There's almost also like kind of scrap paper, which I guess you grab everything and I describe more detail. But that's like by far the most looking interesting thing to you. And then you immediately like kind of turn to get out. Yeah, you kind of want to check kind of like what's in these crates out Quicksilver.
Yeah,
One of them.
Yeah, well, one of them for now, and then if it's something really strange.
So you kind of so kind of in the corner, you think the one that looks the best is clearly the one furthest away. So you kind of like go in, and the crate itself. I mean you kind of like I guess you have like a dagger and you kind of use to like
Quickly pry it
open.
open.
But it basically like at least immediately we do it seems basically filled with like kind of like supplies, like kind of like basic sort of rations, like food stuff, like dried fish especially is the big one, everything like that. But at that point, when you're doing this, you're kind of like looking for it. You kind of got your hands, they kind of rummaging around a little bit. A figure walks through like kind of ducts underneath the opening of the tent, and kind of creaks. So you immediately look up, and
I try like dug behind the barrels. It's too late.
No, it's too late. You're searching now. You're not doing this. If you're like searching for it, right? It's kind of too late to say you're like completely stealthing.
You're avoiding notice, maybe.
Yeah, but I think right now you're searching specifically while you're looking for something. No, so you do like. I mean, there's also like it's too surprising. But you see a figure walk in, and the figure is it's the lizard folk you saw earlier who got slapped by the staff. And as you kind of like lock eyes with them, like you see like as they were walking in, they kind of looked like how you felt, like sort of like kind of like going where you're not meant to be, kind of thing. Like they were like glances behind them, like kind of like they were like looking behind. They looked like they had no idea. They were like they were not expecting anybody at all to be in it, so they were kind of like checking behind as they kind of like quickly kind of pulled the flap of the tent behind them and like turn. And that's when they see you. And like there's immediately like what the like you both are completely shocked to see each other. And I guess at this point we better roll initiative to at least see how you will react to it.
And they fucked it. Look at these guys.
So you both. Yeah, I mean, you all three of you for now roll initiative, and then if something happens where the others would hear, then they will get a perception check to hear it well, of course. Of course.
Waiting for the encounter. There we go.
So there we go.
And then I'm guessing because technically I was doing a quick sneaky grab and out. Can I be avoiding notice and therefore roll a stealth?
Yeah, you were in first and out first, I guess.
So mine's -2 because I rolled a stealth instead of perception.
Yeah, okay. Did you?
Ooh, not
a
even close.
little bit faster to react.
Damn it.
Yeah, you both seem like pretty. Even though
this is one you can roll. You can re-roll initiative, right?
Yeah, you can
with a hero point
on this if you wish. Yeah.
I think I will because I technically. Okay. Do we still start with one?
Yeah. So
normally, okay. Yeah, so I'll use the extra that I have.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
You were paying, like a lot of you kind of went through and then you kind of watching and be like, so hurry the fuck up, like that kind of thing.
Yep.
From like behind it. But then you see what I just described. This other lizard folk that was, also the one you saw until you left. Heading up, who seems, like seen, Quicksilver.
Yeah. So I will draw my rapier. And then stride forward.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. So like, it's probably difficult training for the fighter to like get through the side of it.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm only going like 15 feet, so it should be okay because I have 30 feet.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
But when I get there, then I will do a quick I'm going for the one-shot kill if I can, because technically he'll be flat-footed to me because of surprise attack.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Which is here, surprise attack. So here goes nothing. Oh, I can actually target him, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to.
It's T. I'm gonna remember that.
Ooh.
Maybe that's a hit.
Wait, is he
Flat-footed,
wearing
is it a
armor?
crit?
No, it's not a crit. He does not have armor, actually.
But it's not a
Hmm.
crit with
It's not a
flat-footed.
crit, but it's
27.
not a
Ooh,
crit.
so he has over 17. Oh
Mhm.
shit, that's not good.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, you stab him over.
Did it actually do what I? No, it only rolled the d6 plus
Oh, so you
4.
should
There
also have
still
another
be.
d6.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, give me another d6.
Is it not slash roll or slash R?
Slash R, should be. Sometimes it gets kind of weird though, I don't know why. And you can also maybe click the sneak attack button.
I just
Maybe
don't
that
have
doesn't work.
that.
You can just roll another damage dice and we'll just take that d6, I guess. Sometimes the slash R it's really weird, I don't know why.
I
Like slash R
know.
d20 works, but slash R d6 doesn't.
Yes. Got that error message sometimes.
Slash
Yeah.
R D06. No, okay.
Good luck.
Alright, I'll just re-roll the damage and you have to subtract 4 because it'll add the piercing.
for sure. Okay, number 4, cool.
4.
Yeah, you stab him hard. He kind of cries in pain, like shock.
Hmm.
Although we
turn,
don't have
Josh?
the HP thing up. So that was my turn, yeah. Because it
Oh,
was
if you
draw
hover,
the
if you kind
rapier.
of hover
Right.
over the token, can you see it?
I can see the
No.
color, kind of,
Okay, I'm gonna change that sounds good.
Yeah, it's not
but it's like it's not on for any of us right now.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the only one with issues.
How about now? Now you might have to hover it, but then if you hover
Yeah, I
it,
can hover it and
now
see
hovering
that he's
works,
been
yeah.
injured.
I'm gonna keep it at this, I guess.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, okay, Quicksilver.
And if
So-
you press Alt, it shows for every.
Yeah, if you hold on. Yeah, or if you
Yeah.
want quick. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so as soon as we locked eyes, I think out of pure instincts with my Into the Fray, even though I was searching my talents go towards my weapons
Yeah.
and knocked them out. But then with the eye contact, like seeing what this guy was maybe doing, there's a moment of hesitation. I'm like, this is the first time, or it hasn't been like sea lizards kill lizards for Grixel at least. So it was like, huh? And then Alter just like runs over, stabs him with a
Yeah,
rapier.
but you see this
So-
as it seems like as you kind of lock eye and you kind of like as Arthur, as he kind of like does it, after he kind of like stabs and he takes a sword head, you do actually hear him say something in common, in like very broken common. He says, "Wait," but
Sorry, bro.
But then it's but this is he was basically I mean you were too fast, you were like faster than he could even like say it, right? But he was like starting to say that, then he kind of doubles over a bit as he kind of gets stabbed. But that's basically all he has time to say before it's like your turn, Trickster.
God damn it. I will stride up with my free movements.
Mm-hmm.
And
Intimidate. Put your gun to his head.
yeah, how did Alter react when we heard him like say wait? Did you react at all, or just like are you like motioning to keep stabbing?
I hear it like almost as I'm stabbing him.
Yeah, exactly.
But so there's definitely a bit of like a
okay.
Oh, like there's definitely like a oops.
Yeah, so I'll do like combined action where I like hold my Gale Blade to the neck. I'll prepare like ready an action with my final. Oh no, I have 3 actions. So I'll ready an attack, and I will try to intimidate him.
Yeah, okay.
Oh god, I'm untrained, but I'll still try. Okay, not very intimidating. Probably focus on Altair's wound, and I'll be like.
Yeah, he seems to not really notice your.
Like cock my head. I'm like, wait, why?
Okay, yeah. So okay, I guess that's your turn. And you ready a shot or a stab or something?
No, already I'll put like one of the blades of the Gale Blade against his neck, and like so he can feel the metal, but I won't strike yet. That's my turn.
Here on their turn, yeah, I mean, they see the situation, of course. I mean, you failed to intimidate, but still, you know, not a good situation.
The situation itself is rather intimidating.
Yeah, exactly. They say, yeah, I mean, I'll try to speak as them. It's poor comment, but you know, it's good enough to get the point for. He's like, not enemy, and then he sort of kind of like tries to turn to like the tent flag, and then he kind of looks scared, almost looking in a direction, almost like more scared than he even seems to be, like, you know, facing you two, and he's like, no time. But they seem to at least be delaying. They do not immediately act.
Yeah.
LTF?
We.
All right. Then follow us.
We can take.
Yeah. But if you cry out, you will not remember it.
Hostage.
Yeah, he kind of like lets off like kind of like a weird like reptilian grin, and kind of like looks down, you know, like the really small hole is gushing a lot of blood, and he's like,
we can help fix that. I apologize. We'll fix that back with our
no,
group.
I mean, no, I know, no run.
Yeah. But yeah, I sneak my way back out and around the tent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll wait until he acts. I'll still ready the action and just wait for him to follow out there.
Yeah, he kind of looks for a second, see if you're going, and when he kind of, you know, I don't know, you can like the head nod or whatever. He like, yeah, he heads out. Yeah, and like he also seems to be quite on his feet, actually. You know, quite soft mover. And yeah, makes his way like kind of out through the hole in the tent. It's like following you.
I guess technically I had multiple actions, so I'd have gone all the way down to where like the grappling hook, or the spot that we did before, because I don't think I would have left the grappling hook there and the rope. That would be a bad idea.
Bad idea. Yeah. Okay, so you kind of he follows
I go
you,
back over and just
very
like,
anxiously is like looking behind while you do this.
Yep.
You know, like he's very like, you know, concerned.
Yeah.
About something.
So I quickly reset it and then start climbing down.
Yeah, while we're climbing, like in a hush but like probably too loud a voice, Grix will be like talking to himself and to the others, like, they will notice him missing, but they would notice Wound as well. This is best option. Yes. Yeah, and climb down. Do we need one climb check to get down, or look two again?
Yeah, so you're gonna drop the fire.
Because you can technically drop once you're 5 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You
don't fall, but you like you don't.
I take a longer time.
Yeah, you take a bit longer. Oh, but then you quickly like kind of do a 5 and slip down a bit. I guess I can see a bit their athletic skills. Okay, they make their way down.
Yeah. Then
there is like you would see a little bit of like a trail of blood like behind them that you might want to. It's not very hard.
I like gesture for you to like take it maybe in the river.
Yeah.
Because that'll wash the trail of blood away.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll look at you and yes, smart. And I'll say to the little brook, you first, downstream.
He nods and starts swimming. He seems very comfortable in the water.
Yeah. I'm assuming he's going like his normal swimming speed. Or like, can I get a sense of what that is?
It's 15.
I think that's the same as me. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So he starts swimming downstream. Like he keeps going straight until you basically tell him to stop. You know?
Yeah. So after like a few 100 feet or whatever.
Okay, so you go pretty damn far. Okay. Okay, so sure, we can try and take off you for a second as you are defenseless and alone. He turns.
I'll take my chances on this one.
Yeah, he drinks a healing potion and turns on you. Altair, what are you doing?
While they head downstream, I'm kind of doing the same thing, just along the bank, basically like staying close to this wall, and then I want to sneak across this area back, behind this, and then make my way through kind of the trees along the banks, basically.
Sure. Okay. And Nate and Johnny. So yeah, you've gotten quite a bit close. You know, you're now probably. I mean, you're almost on the map. I'd probably say you're basically like kind of this level tree line, like basically down the south, right? On either side you wish. Where you know there's still maybe a little bit further back, but enough that you can kind of see exactly what's happening in town. If that sounds good to you, that's kind of what I
Yeah.
was imagining.
And what is happening in town?
Yeah, so it seems now that they've, by the time you get there, it seems now they basically got it under control. But in fact, you can see this tent somehow seems to have like caught fire, and basically they've kind of given up putting it out. But they're basically like, they've put some water on like this, so it doesn't look like it will like catch flame, and they've like basically tried to like cause the fire to like go in the other direction. You know, kind of like almost knock the tent to the ground over there, and like they know they can't really save the tent, but they're basically just making sure it doesn't spread. But it's still there's like a group of like it seems as far as you can tell, you would estimate the total number you've seen to be here. Like obviously there could be one or two still in tents, but like there's a big group kind of just around like the entrance to the main tent, and like just this kind of clearing in the middle. Who are basically just kind of some of them were working on tent, and others just seem to be like
Yeah.
having a conversation.
And we don't see any. I mean, we don't see our
No,
guy.
you don't see any signs of out here
Yeah.
or things.
And there doesn't seem to be any signs of like maybe a struggle or maybe there's discussion.
No, you see none of the people you see seem to be wounded or anything.
Yeah.
While there's like a conversation happening, no one seems to be like pointing out to the river or pointing to the forest, being like get them, it seems more just like people arguing over, what happened here. Dude, I got an insane deja vu, like holy, like insane.
Really?
Sometimes you're like, I said that exact same thing before. Crazy.
I mean, I'll be rushing in with my weapon raised, but then when I take a good look, I'm like, I'll turn to Johnny and I'll be, so what do you think? It honestly doesn't look too bad. I mean, I don't see our lads anywhere, and if they were captured, I think there'd be probably a gathering around them or something like that. So.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I don't know. They got away. Hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
I guess would be probably somewhere near towards the river. I know Quicksil would prefer to hide in the river more than anywhere else.
Yeah, so honestly, I would just wait here for a bit more, see if there's any change.
Makes sense. Makes sense, bro.
Yeah.
How far away did you say we were at this point? Like, sorry.
You're basically just a little bit off the map, but you got pretty close because of the servants in town.
So basically, you were like, okay, yeah.
Just like south of these streets, basically, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe we circle around to the river slowly.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Hopefully we meet them there. If not, maybe we just go back where we were, so we don't miss each other.
Yeah, definitely.
While
definitely.
walking around.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
I think it's like a nice little detour.
A nice, like quite a big circle. Okay, and because it's easier and the party's been stood for too long, at some point during the circle, as you roll stealth checks to see, but you are stealthing. And maybe Altair who's walking along the coastline kind of hears you and
Stealth. Blind GM. Let's go.
Oh, Johnny. He's stealthy. Mate,
yeah.
it's the one time you don't want to be stealthy. You want to find the other person. Johnny. Nate. Give me that.
I know my bonus, and I know this could go either way.
So nice.
+0? Wait, I don't know.
Not 0. It's not +0.
Not +0. Okay, yeah, you both try to like hide among the tree line and make it to the coast level. Actually, you give me a stealth check as well. Actually.
Like ships in the night, they never see.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, that's so awkward. I didn't want one of you to fail so the party can see each other. No, everyone's too good at this stuff. Somehow.
Well, we're hiding from the
Somehow.
villagers, you know, not from the other direction.
That's true. That's you know that's actually true. Is it like when they're hiding behind cover? That's saying so. Yeah, because Nate almost lost to LT anyway. I say you're heading along this thing, and you're every so often you're basically taking a look back at the village, make sure there's no one on your trail, and then one of these like search it back, you actually spot Nate, like kind of like hiding behind one of the trees, basically like kind of oblivious to you, like in the face of the town. So Nate was surprisingly well hidden actually. You're like a little impressed. Like the only reason you really notice is because like he's taking cover towards the town. So you have like an easier view to see him. But he was very quiet. Like it's only when you chose to look back in that direction that you heard him, and he's only like maybe like 50 feet away or something. He's quite close.
Yeah. So I actually kind of like sneak a little bit closer, and I'm like, Nate.
Nate, you have a heart attack. I'm afraid you can just see it.
That's the end for Nate.
That's the end.
New character next time. Let's go.
Should I roll perception first?
No. Altair does a stealth check as he tries to sneak a bit closer to you. Maybe you hear Altair again.
Another one?
Yeah. You're sneaking next to him. It's every move action, technically.
True.
I just want to see if Nate actually.
Oh, this is avoid notice, right? General.
No, but nah, yeah.
But it's technically, if we were in.
It's weird. Yeah, I mean, I'm just doing it for fun to see if you would notice. And it doesn't actually matter. But no, he managed to get pretty close to you, Nate, before, and it is just when he says, like, Nate, and you're like, turn it up.
Oh, shit. Oh, good. At least one of you is alive. What's going on? What
That'd
happened?
be a good one, right?
We set out, I'm guessing you saw the fire. We set a distraction. We have a prisoner, or potential ally. But we can speak more about it later. Come on, follow me. Where's Johnny?
Okay, John. Where's Johnny?
He was very well hidden, like 15 feet away.
Right behind this cheek.
He's like full predator, like he just covered himself in mud, He's lying there, he just stands up.
Full predator, one.
Yeah.
Johnny.
He was very hidden.
Nice.
But yeah, you.
I poke out so that I'm less hidden, right? Like to be like, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny. You.
I'm here.
Let's go. Follow me. And then I start following again closer to the bank to keep it to try to find Kirksol and the lizard folk.
Yeah. So,
I think we
follow.
Hey, how far are you thinking to go down, Kirksol?
Well, like the getaway plan was if things went south was to like meet at the riverbank, I think. So I think after like a few hundred feet, I'll wait there for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And
it's not too far. We find you.
Exactly, It's not too far at all. Yeah, you only get there a little bit before them. Like you swim downstream, so you're a little bit faster, and like you're not really hiding so much, you're just swimming. So you're traveling a little faster than them amongst the trees. So you're there for maybe like, I mean, it's probably like 15 or 20 seconds. Like the lizard folk just kind of, like looks at you but doesn't say anything. While like you're kind of both waiting, just kind of like
I think or the first thought I would like vocalize out loud would be like, when lizards attack our town, brutality, no hostages, no prisoners.
Kind of nods slowly, and he's like, "I not attack your town."
Kind of look him up and down, like even though the beady eyes don't have much expression, seems pretty incredulous. But I'll think it over, and that's probably one.
Yeah, and then the other, you guys simply see them, the three of you. So Johnny and Nate, as you haven't seen before, you see Crixel basically standing at the bank with this lizard folk. I have a slightly bigger handout. I will say they do not have. I think the picture might have a dagger or something, but they don't have that in their hand.
What? All these lies then. Oh wow.
Alright.
Okay.
Bit of a hug.
Big claws.
Yes, you see this creature speaking with Crixel, and as you come upon them,
He
kind of like tries to like stand up a little straight as he sees like the three of you approaching.
I raise my pike to his chest and stare at him menacingly.
And I'm like, no, Nate, it's fine. There was already one misunderstanding. We could do without another.
He has surrendered.
Oh, they do that too.
What's happening now?
We could use maybe some of your magic dirt again. But I'd like to get a little bit further away first.
Yeah, I think
So yeah,
we.
you want to like quickly, jog on down. I'm assuming like, how long are you? Like, you trying to walk for like an hour, like half an hour, like?
Yeah, probably at least an hour, I would
pretty
say.
far. Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I asked Johnny to, sweep our tracks behind us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. You're traveling a little slower, but of course you're trying your best to like avoid all the notice. Yeah. So you travel for like an hour. You know, you kind of making. Are you like telling the prisoner to basically like stay between two of you, or like you to do anything specifically, or like?
I don't say anything. But I will be conscious behind him, and keeping a close eye on him.
Yeah, keeping a close eye on him. Yeah. He doesn't seem to take any attempt to like run or anything. You know, I mean, during the quick march, and yeah, you know, after an hour, you have given yourself some good distance from the town, and yeah,
there was a lot better opportunities for him to try to do that. So
for sure, yeah.
Altair's not actually that super concerned, because at least looking at it, we were, unless this guy's randomly faster, I was faster than the other one, so I can hopefully run him down if need be.
Probably, maybe. Yeah, so after an hour we take some shelter.
Yeah, you take some shelter. Yeah, and he
I offer to cauterize the wound.
So, can you two guys explain to me what the hell was that about? I mean, we are talking just about, sneaking
Yes,
to the
it's,
camp a bit, and the next thing we know, there's a big fire going on, and we are running to the village, trying to kill everybody.
We can explain all of that. I do think maybe the most pressing matter is speaking to our new friend here.
Well, I do believe that at least the lizards would not think it is us that started the fire. They think it was him.
So,
it will be after me.
okay, but so what's happened, right? Who is this bro?
I mean, I admit
Glad you for calling him bro.
it looks like it kind of worked out for you, but still, really do talk.
Don't question our genius. It's all went according to plan.
Yeah, for the first time since I've been with you lads, so.
What? My last plan went almost perfectly.
Sure.
I'm still not convinced.
The failure in the plan was on your shoulder. But none of this matters.
We have achieved something, so let's just,
I kind of like after this.
Explain. What is this? Who is this?
I apologize. You took us a bit by surprise in that tent, and I am sorry for stabbing you.
You took me surprise.
Interesting.
But please, may we get your name?
My name, Hazi.
Hazi. Wish we were meeting under better circumstances. I am Altair.
He nods slowly. Seems like, yeah, he kind of just like looks like he looks like kind of expectantly, like as if like you know.
Yeah, I gesture for the others to introduce themselves. Like, it's not my job.
Not necessarily like at each of them, but almost just like also you just be like, who speaks next, almost kind of thing, you know, like.
Yeah.
And I'm Johnny. Pleasure, I guess.
Mate. So yeah, don't cause any trouble.
He kind of just nods slowly.
And then, and this ruffled feathered boy over here is Crixel.
I'm intimidated that one quickly.
Yeah. I think he would definitely gather, and probably the party would as well, that I'm trying to put him a little more at ease.
Yeah. Like, he seems like pretty stoic about the situation. Like, if he believes you were to kill him, like, you know, when Nate like put the spear in his chest, like he didn't flinch at all. Like, you know, if this is it kind of thing. He seems pretty stoic about it.
So after Altair like introduces me, I'll be like, but who are you? And why are you not like them?
He kind of seems like to really take that question pretty seriously. Like, why not like them? And he's like, we are not far from each other. Just ceasing different.
Yes, we noticed the argument you were having with that, the one with the staff and the floating stone. Is that the leader?
He shakes his head. He's like, and then like kind of shrugs a bit. He, leader of us, who came here. And I said, oh wait, I want to double check that, but I'm pretty sure a Rooksy is like what they would call themselves. I want to double check that and make sure I'm not lying.
Right.
But it's what in my world that's what they call themselves. Like a Rooksy is language, and a Rooks is like what they could call themselves, as opposed like
These are not random Urooks. These are Uruk.
Exactly. It's like the leader of us few who came here recently.
And what of the creatures with the tridents and the kind of frogly features?
Kind of like spits like to the ground. It's like they scum, not Uruks.
Scum. So are they are less than you?
I do not know what they are. This first time I saw them in this camp.
Why? Why are they there?
Do not know. They think they order us, but I do not understand them. Only he kind of seemed like leader with stone, Kutak. He seemed to understand them. Even Kutak, I don't know why. I know him. Many years, he seemed also not like he used to.
And what was the argument about?
Like, kind of like pauses for a second. He's like, I not want to be settled here. I argued against and went here and saw they try to order us. Even more hatred for them.
And, were they the ones then giving orders to attack our village?
Kind of shakes head, that chief back in town.
Trying to like piece it all together.
Yeah, he kind of sees you try to think about it. He's like, my town got new chief maybe 2 years ago. He kind of thinks, kind of like shrugs, like not sure exactly how long. He very strong, take all challenger, but he want more. Say, lizard folk deserve all that. It's like.
What is your the new chief's name?
Oh, names. Tiskar. Yeah, so he's like, he say we need to take over more land. We find places down coast where land nicer, easier grow, not swamp, not storm all time. It's like me.
What? What was your goal in that tent? Had we not been there, what were you hoping to find?
Yeah, he kind of was like, want to find out what they were. Like, say, not ever seen creature before. No friend of lizard. Or Rooks. Sorry, lizard, no, Rooks.
Yeah.
It's like, want to
that
know
baffles
why
us as
they
well.
bring us here.
I said, well, maybe these will shed some light. And from my backpack, I start pulling out all the papers I took, kind of laying them out in our
Yeah, okay, so there's clearly he also looks very interested when you draw it on. And he says, this, he points to like one of it. And it's like, seems to be a map of like the rough coastline around here. You can kind of see on it, like, this location is marked. And like, maybe like, it's hard to say how far, a few days travel, plus or minus a bit. And on a train, he kind of like, maybe it's not like a week or two, he kind of points to it and he's like, this, my home, my town. Come from here. And then you kind of see, and then downstream, you guys kind of recognize it, what you believe would be roughly where your home is. And he says, this place we were told we would be attacking.
In hopes of gathering what? What are you wanting from the towns?
Like new land, not attacked by storm. New place. Chief Tizkar say, Uruk deserve all land in region. We are strong. We were here long before human. They took land from us in times of
Sure.
harsh.
I mean, no offense, I don't doubt what you say, but we're a peaceful village. Like, we would have welcomed you if not we've been met with attacking and murder.
He kind of looks at you as like, I did not wish to do this. This is why I say wait. I also see say. I spoke again. He kind of speaks out. It's like when he says I spoke again, he's like, my father spoke against. He challenged Tizkar. Then he kind of shakes his head. It's like, I sent here. I did not think they think we go back. Like, I knew when go intent, I not return.
You are a good lizard. I recognize your plight.
He kind of like shrugs, like, you know, the concept of good wasn't really crossing his mind in his decision making. Like, I don't know what you call, but seem wrong. It no make sense. We live in our town many generation. No trouble. New leaders think this better for us. He kind of shakes his head. He see many friend sent down south, forced to do work. He's like kind of like pointing in direction. Those creature threaten, you know, yell. Leader with stone. We must follow orders or we die. We get killed.
Slaughtering
What
innocents.
about these other ones? Any notes in here about potentially what those creatures are?
Yeah, like you kind of look more at the documents. They're written in like an alphabet or a text you can't recognize. And as like as he looks at it, he also shakes his head. He's like, "This not Uruk's. I not able read."
Well, killing?
Do any of us recognize it at all? Like, even the form of alphabet,
You
what
could,
type
you
of
could give
language
me
it
law.
might be?
Anyone who's trying to look at it can give me Law Society. As a blind check to see if you can recognize the text.
YOLO.
YOLO. What was this letter saying, by the way? Can you type it out? Oh,
Yes,
just
sir.
Hazy?
Yeah,
H-A-Z-Y?
H-A-Z-Z-I?
H-A-Z-A.
Okay.
Just with one Z. One Z.
Yeah.
Hazy.
Factor.
So did you want to, Johnny, see if you could recognize the language, or you don't want to try? Just check.
I guess I could.
Maybe it's fish language.
I couldn't use my fishing though, right?
You couldn't use your fishing.
Not best.
Law languages though, yeah, that one. Linguistics.
Best languages.
That's pretty good in this situation.
Probably
That
on
sounds like something
sure,
for
you know what?
nerds.
I give it a glimpse.
You give it a glimpse. You
Do
know
I
it's on the
roll?
floor. Yeah, Law Society. You can roll. Society.
Secret.
Sorry.
Of course.
Should Reyes even be able to
Yeah,
read?
I give it a very, very brief look. Just
Isn't like paper against their ideals?
Paper against Druid's ideals. Yeah, Druids can't read. That's a good one. Druids. Yeah, I like that. I like that. They can be druidic. No, none of you recognize this language.
Okay. After it
even
did
like
that,
even the alphabet, yes.
Otero will ask, yesterday, the party that was sent out along the road, what was their goal?
You see, kind of like this. It's like same as always. Attack village, try to force leave, make people scared, abandon home.
Yes. Killing, stealing, raiding. Your big leader must be punished.
He nods at that as well. It's like, he bad for town, for all of us.
How much support would you have? Can you challenge for the spot?
He tried to think about it. Like he really, like I had some friend, but leader very strong. Kind of like thinks he's like maybe if town knew what creature we work with or we work for, he kind of spit on ground and kind of like points in the direction of camp. Maybe they want more answers to question why we do this, what goal, who we do it for. But hard to say.
Why were you intent?
Intent. He looks like kind of troubled at that. He's like, I cannot go back there till strong enough to fight leader Tizkar. I need get stronger, challenge myself when good can defeat. Show town we live old ways, good ways. Like, but right now, no strength to challenge.
Just like.
How
like
many?
in-
Yeah, I'm just gonna start asking like generic questions about like the camp itself, the makeup, like how many
They're actual
people.
towns, so you mean, yeah. Oh, like
Both of the town and the camp, right? Like,
Okay,
kind of want to get a general consensus of both.
So the camp itself here, like, okay, here he says, compare two of those creature. And he thinks, one with German staff, Kutak. He's like, he kind of thinks that he's like, four other lizard folk, like me, more willing to do what they told, not willing to risk life to fight against.
So none in the camp would stand with you.
I think if we challenge, they not fight us back, but do not think they turn hand against powerful creature unless they see we winning side.
Would they accept a formal challenge?
Kind of thinks Orooks would. I think if they still have honor left, they should. He thinks Kutak, again all the staff, when I speak to him last, he seemed less like Orooks to me. I do not know him anymore. As for creatures, I do not know their ways. He kind of looks down at the wound that you kind of inflicted on him. He's like, but you strong. Us together, we can defeat.
Yes, apes together, strong.
You got the yes, you ape. Apes and lizards strong together. Ape, bird, lizard strong. All forms of mammalian.
like Voltron
But
combined.
I actually looked at Johnny and say, Johnny, could you do some of your magic with that? I still feel a little bad.
I mean, of course, we're working together. Why not? I will share my mud with you.
What an honor.
Bro.
This
Bro.
common expression.
It's,
Yeah.
it's unfortunately a little more literal than you might think, but it does
just
work.
Sit down and let me get to work.
Okay, yeah, he takes a seat on like a rock.
Just gonna, yeah, just grab a bunch of dirt. Don't worry, this will heal you. Magic.
Okay, alright. He kind of watches with like interest.
Do
No.
my thing. This
That's a success.
almost leaned over into the.
I wanna do something while he's healing.
Okay, yeah, you patch him a bit. He's still got a few scrapes on him, but he's
Can I,
he's doing a lot better.
while Johnny's working,
Session number 2.
can I'll walk up to him and I'll ruffle in my my coat pocket and I'll take out like this wooden, like very tiny statue of like a snake, like a wooden snake. And I'll like in my talons I'll hand it over to him and I'll just say, for your troubles.
You give him a little.
Yeah, give him.
Okay, he inspects it. You know, are you good at your craft?
Well, I didn't make it. I just found
Oh,
it
you didn't
somewhere,
make it. You
like
found
probably
it.
in like
Oh,
a.
but is it a
One of
nice
his
one,
trophies.
or like a? It's an okay one.
Sharing
Like they're all kind of like damaged and not in the best of states because I'm not actually a craftsman, and most of what I found is like found in like shipwrecks and stuff. But
They wouldn't sell for much, we'll say.
yeah,
For zero, no buyer.
Exactly. Zero's
yeah, okay.
copper pieces.
but the memory.
But 5 bulk right, to weigh him down, so you can't be genius.
Exactly.
But yeah, he seems to appreciate at least certainly the gesture, and he's like, but he doesn't seem like very. I mean, he clearly must have heard of it. He grimaces a bit while you put mud in the wound, but he doesn't seem very. He seems like very sort of like like it didn't offend him getting stabbed. If you know
Very stoic.
Very, very stoic. Like, you're not sure if it, like, I mean, that's sort of their personality, Nate, from ones you've, like, known in the past. They're very much, like, they're very, like, kind of weird sort of, kind of, like, nature logic. Where if, in his mind, at least, like, kind of this is, like, what it seems to, like, if it made sense for him to be stabbed, he doesn't kind of take offense in it, even if it wasn't negative for them, you know what I mean? So, like, and he kind of almost, like, says it to that effect when you, like, say it, and then he kind of shrugs. It's like, you see lizard, you stab, kind of shrugs. It's like expected result. Like a wish faster saying to wait. He kind of chuckles a bit.
I chuckle back.
So, what are the numbers now? If minus our new friend here, and the other guys that might stand aside. What are our chances of just rushing in, try to down one group before they organize themselves? What do you guys think?
If we
Based on the description that he's given of those two other creatures, I don't think they are weak creatures. And then you also have his, the leader within the camp with the staff and the stone. Or does he wield some form of magic? Has he?
He kind of nods. It's like, in our clan, we call those whose power of stars, stargazers. No simple magic. But he kind of thinks to himself, and he's like, I think less problem than strange creature. They have strange strength.
That is my concern, is even if the other lizard folk do not jump in to assist, the three alone
That's
could prove
useful.
difficult.
Useful. Huh. Still.
He's like, he you feel like, as he kind of like, slams like a palm into his hand, it's like, but still have to try. It's like, only more will come.
still have try. I like that.
Yeah.
He's
And
like,
it's. I guess you would know them best. What would they respond to that we could separate groups of them?
kind of tries to think.
I know that may not be your preferred style, but
Yeah.
Any more?
it is certainly ours.
Any more trips to human lands planned?
Any more what, sorry, Michal? Say that again?
Any more trips to human lands planned in the next few days, maybe?
He's like, not till next we provide from village. Normally have few here anytime. Some arrive, get told what to do, set off, next arrive. Kind of like a version flight, and then so on. Like always some here, I think.
Die.
Some return.
Only
Not many.
some.
He nods like I say, village not good for them. Like that's why I think longer go on, town will see my way. but cannot wait for that to happen. Lose too many, friend.
So sweet.
He's saying he tries to like think more of like how you could do it. It
They swim?
we think easy enough get Kustak to leave. He's stargazer. Many evenings he spent time looking at stars. Has to do in own space, away from camp. I know where he go. Has place where he worship. He kind of thinks to himself, maybe with me gone he more careful, but not sure. Then he thinks like more for the creatures, other two reptilian. He kind of shakes head, not sure how separate, but maybe if just those two, we are not.
That sounds like a plan. Honestly, yeah. We can
So-
do that.
bro.
Leader first, then. Yeah?
Out of the head, as they say.
He nods. He's like, he wants to seem smart. The look, not sure what happened to him, but yes, must go. Kind of like shakes his head sadly.
Hmm.
We act now, not know when more from town come. Attacks become more often, more people sent forth. Kind of shakes his head. More death.
We cannot read his language. If we can, we should keep him alive. Explain this deal. Explain what changed.
Yeah, he kind of thinks, he kind of nods, and he's like, yes. Not sure. What's a good word? Yeah, not sure how he know language, but seen him speak strange language with creature. Maybe read word too, not sure.
If he tries to protect his community, perhaps he is not so bad after all. Otherwise, we do kill.
Yeah, he kind of nods. And he's like, tonight. Kind of like looks to you to see if there's any like people.
If you give us maybe another hour or so, you could still use some toppy.
Yeah, he nods. He's like, if we want to get stack alone, we need to wait till stars. But yeah, he kind of nods. And yeah, I guess he kind of describes also like where he's seen at least on other nights Kuztak like kind of like go to like kind of worship the stars. It's like a little clearing they've like just not far from the camp that they found, you know, when they were like heading down here. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, he you know lets himself get treated or patched up, you know, after some more time passes, and is willing to answer any other questions or anything that anybody if anybody has anything for him.
I mean, I will still keep an eye on him now. Mostly more curiosity than like caution. But other than that, I don't like specifically talk to him.
Yeah. Yeah. In that case, I guess a bit of time passes, and what you what's it called? Patch him up again, Tom.
Of course.
I'm nice with you.
I mean,
Gotta do what you can do. Whoa!
look at that. The healing
So
is
good, so
fantastic.
good.
But you sold the good luck.
He's
Just so
always
that
good, yeah.
you've crit both of the medicine checks when someone needed like 3 to 4 HP.
That's the best time to put it, you know.
I mean, that's how it goes.
when you
How it works.
literally can't not get them to max.
That's how it goes.
That's just life, as they say.
That's
Just
life.
life. That is just life. Sorry, 1 second. I just have to. There's this map, but I can't get the grid size to line up. It's really weird. But maybe I can't. What's wrong with it? Speak amongst yourself a second. People go to the bathroom and do that stuff.
No.
I refuse.
What? You refuse?
I could go to
Dude.
the bathroom.
Hey,
Oh,
go to the
no,
bathroom. What the fuck? 2.09 is the right fucking size? What the hell? No, that's not right. I hate making maps fit. Ugh. Way to make it myself and then do that really quick. Okay, there we go. Somehow that worked. It's good. Okay, no, actually, the map does kind of break down at the really far edges. Oh, fuck. Oh, but it's so close to being right. It'll just have to be right. But what if it does actually turn off grid? And we just use the grids that are there? What, does that work? Well, then you can't measure distances the same way. That's weird. That's fucking weird. Alright, we're gonna be really just annoyed that this map is kind of weird, but oh well, it's gonna be the way it is. But then I'll take this opportunity to go back and the other.
It's gone, Jack.
Oh,
Oh,
leave return. Can I quickly show off the nerdiest thing I've ever bought?
yes,
It's
of course,
this.
always. What the fuck?
This what do you call them? These robes, I guess.
I mean, you look like a pimp, first of all.
Yeah. Well, it kind
These
of
are
like
quality
I didn't
check.
expect it to be so glossy, but it's actually like a massive bathrobe.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, you can see the back of it.
Let's
It
go.
has like an N7 logo on it. I fucking love it.
Big approve on that one.
I'm gonna be wearing it 24/7 from now on.
Yeah, I hope so. Where'd you buy it?
Etsy?
Oh, that's
No, it was like custom made. Well, not actually custom made, but yeah.
close enough. That's close
Yeah,
enough.
like a third party guy. The first one I ordered was like a Star Wars one with like Old Republic letters with like actually custom made with like a name on the back, but that one didn't deliver after 3 months, so I had to go for this one.
Right. I mean, that's fucking great. Best one. Best purchase.
You know what? I never even finished Mass Effect 3.
What? That's fair enough. Mass Effect 2 is the best one, yes.
I
Yeah,
didn't even finish the second one, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that's too much.
the second one I replayed
I mean,
multiple times. Yeah.
it's too much of an action game for me to be bothered.
No, you wouldn't like 3 then if 2 was too much of an action for you.
Very good character story. So.
3 is even more action. Insane.
I mean, it's pretty much a shooting game almost.
I mean, yeah, that it is, yeah.
I mean,
Unless you
with-
go like full psychic and stuff. But yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've gone full psychic all the time. Always.
I mean, with the gameplay between the shooting, right? You know, the good stuff.
Yeah.
But still.
I did the biotech side. Is that what it's called? I can't remember
Oh,
the
yeah.
other one.
Yeah,
The little
it's
engineering
like you
stuff.
have tech or biotic. Biotic's the powers. Tech is
Yeah,
tech.
that's it.
And then you have soldier, and then you have combinations. Yeah.
Yeah. So I normally did. Oh wait, because can't remember characters' names right now in Mass Effect.
Shepherd.
I know that one.
Tally. Tally was the tech, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the engineer.
Ali's
Tech
full
side.
tech.
Okay, yeah. Because best girl, obviously. I know people like Liara. I never liked Liara. So maybe I didn't
always
do
use
tech
her
then.
as well. Yeah. Never
You
use
use
Liara,
her?
because I. Never
Oh, okay.
Like in your party, right? Like your
I
party
understand
makeup.
what you mean. Yeah.
Come on.
I'm still thinking romance.
I also never used Liara because I was usually the
Right.
that niche of.
I think I may have gone more soldiery stuff then, for the most part, in some of mine. Because I played through the first and second game a couple times each. But it's been years now.
But we can all agree Garrus best character, right?
Okay.
Love it.
Right. So, unless anybody wants to raise the house in the day, it passes into the evening. Basically, when the first sign of the stars, like maybe you travel around a bit, like kind of as he tells you where he thinks like the location is that they always consequently go to worship the stars. So you're quite close, at least, like relatively. And when the evening comes and it starts, you see the first stars twinkling in the sky. As he is like, I think Cusack should be there now. If we won't take a chance.
You say he is smart and might be prepared. Maybe we check before we head in. No?
Yes.
Come look at Alta.
Yes, we check.
Should we try to leave him alive, maybe? Or
If
Or
we
not.
can.
Yeah, as he's like, if I can, I will, but not hold punch.
Can always kill later.
We'll always kill later.
That's very, very, very poetic there.
Okay, so you all want to kind of sneak a bit in that direction.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna put you on a map.
Oh my god, he said
Oh my.
a new map.
I did say a map,
We
didn't I?
love maps.
And I gotta make this actually into evening, and I know you can't see anything, don't worry about it.
I can't see anything, Ian. Help me.
Ian.
Yeah, like I said, don't worry about it.
Ian.
I worry.
Don't
Ian.
worry about it. No, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Oh, fuck. Actually, worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Don't mind.
I just got a light.
Hilarious.
They have. Worry as much
Well,
as you think. Worry
You're
as much
so
as you
funny,
think.
I love it.
Worry as much as you think is relative, okay?
find ourselves in eternal
Giving no limits. Huh?
No limits. Okay. I know you can't see a fire or anything, but there is a small sort of campfire that they seem to
It's
set up.
pitch black. for
I
me,
know.
by the way.
But
Still.
I was just worried.
no way, Josh. There you go.
Well, he started describing it like everyone else could see shit, and I was like,
Why is Johnny's toad got Quicksilver's face?
What fucking hell? Huh?
Let me check. I must at some point the appearance got fucked.
God, what?
Tokens.
Man, he's praising the sun, huh?
Yeah, he is praising that son. I thought now this should be you, Nate.
Fucking hope so.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't see
He
shit
seems to
and- I don't even know who these people are right next to me.
Wait, I still can't see anything. I'm worrying you.
Move over. If you look not right next to you, what if you zoom out?
No,
No,
but
it's all right.
I know I can't see in the dark, so I have the I know some things there, but I don't know exactly who's who.
Oh, over here you can't see anything.
No, it's on the party.
Oh, yeah. There's the.
It's as if I was unconscious thing, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you can't see it's pitch black.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. I was just saying it's
Yeah.
cool. I'm not
Yeah.
It
complaining.
doesn't
I'm
need to be
saying
a toggle
it's
for me
fine.
though, I can't select anything.
You can't see anything? Alright, let me delete stroking that anymore.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there we go.
First time DM.
Maybe he fell into a hole because it.
Yeah, that was it. Crystal was
It's
looking
like-
the wrong way, you know? No fire now.
Oh.
Yeah, you see basically, yeah, you see a sign in front of you. You see Kustak, you would assume, the one with the staff and like the glowing thing around their head. Is kind of like standing at this rock and things are like, you know, kind of be like carving stuff in, like Umbrella just like pushing this off with it, like, you know, just like scratching. You're not sure how he's doing this stone, but you know, there's some sort of magic going on, making markings and like kind of, you know, muttering stuff and like, you know, every so often does the arm movement and looks at the stars. But you see next to him as well, kind of like not really paying that much attention, but more like looking into the woods around, is like another lizard folk with like a shield out and even like a flail still in hand. And it's like, has he seen this? Oh, by the way, if you want to heal Hazzy again, he is still a bit low, and that's been like several hours. But Hazzy's
Oh
like,
yeah, I would have.
Wait, how?
Like,
Because
if he's hurt.
oh no,
still,
I never gave him HP back from the crit. Oh my bad.
Oh my god!
you just healed
That
him for
was weird.
17.
My bad. He's got a lot of HP.
It was a big rapier wound, Josh.
He's a tank. Maybe he was injured before, you know, with that slap, you know, with the staff.
Yeah, like apparently he had weakness to rapiers. 'Cause-
But yeah. And Hazzy's like,
We're in the night.
and he's like, Kustak took one of his close friends. Like, must suspect, not safe. But still only prepared for just me. Not enough to stop us.
Do we kill other lizard? Perhaps he will listen. No?
Like, it can keep alive. But no, this fight, they will not be trying to not kill us. Like, lizard know what happened.
And I mean, no offense to your
Infrared.
friends, but I prefer to stay alive over them.
Like, me too, even if one's friend. But yeah.
I'm gonna try to do like a wide berth sneak around to approach from behind the rock here, so I can get a little bit
Okay.
closer without them having a chance to see.
Yeah,
if
I mean,
that's
at this point,
possible.
if you wanted to like kind of go a place where you would kind of like you know have stuff that will basically would roll like initiative with stealth when you're there, and obviously if you beat that
Yep.
70 DC, then you would do it, and all that kind of stuff. But if you
Yeah, I also want to stealth up a little bit. But I'm kind of flying blind here, so that would be hard.
Yeah, same actually. Which we both have low light, right? So we should be able to see some like black and white or something.
no, that's
Low
only in
light?
dark vision. Like low light is only like
We see dim light as if it was
white
light,
light
but
and low light for a bit. But like in dark vision, you still can't see anything.
yeah, okay. Um. So yeah, luckily they have fire, so we can.
You
If
see-
we're being really slow, like 5 feet at a time, we can just sneak up if we want to, right? Like at least try to. In the dark.
But the way it works, like I mean, I mean, as soon as like you know, we basically like even now have to roll this initiative stuff, right? But they can just notice you walking even at this distance.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Fine.
Stuff can happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
at the point
I'll-
we'll roll initiative. Those two with perception was there paying attention, and then honestly, like even like the ones who are really far back need to roll with stealth. It's just you'll have like crazy bonuses for like full cover and distance and that kind of stuff. But it still will determine like you know how you act, but you are you know trying not to be heard.
So zoom out.
I love these tokens, by the way, like the 3D effect and stuff. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, you can't. Can you do it if you click on the thing, or do you have to go specifically on the sheet? I don't think there's a way.
You gotta go in the sheet.
If
yeah.
you change
if one
on
has
the
changed
sheet
skill.
to say that it's stealth, then it will auto roll stealth in your.
But
If you
it's
click
still-
the
Okay, yeah, it's
dice
true, but that's the
No
same
better.
thing as it going to the sheet.
I mean,
I like clicking the button there. I'll say.
What has his initiative? How's his stealth looking? Pretty good actually.
damn, he's sneaky.
Yeah, how do you actually first react? But he delays at least until after, like, maybe out here and Pixel. Out here?
Good. Altair. It's close.
Oh my god, I always fuck it up. Out here. Remember, you would be speaking, right? So half speed.
Oh, right. So,
Slow as fuck.
What was the shortcut for the waypoint again?
Control.
Control.
No, yeah, right? Yeah.
it's basically doing triple move at half speed, right? There, because I'm assuming we can already have our weapons out. I don't have to like redraw all of them
fine,
to get to this point.
Yeah. Give me a stealth check. I'll just have to do one. Yeah, it should be like 3 different.
I thought that was the whole point of the, but yeah, okay. There.
And initiative. Like now, like you're doing a sneak action, right?
Yep.
And technically, you have to roll every time.
Mm-hmm.
You'll always be hidden, but it means they can like kind of notice you. Yeah, but they seem to be completely unnoticed still. As he seems to enter a kind of fighting stance. You see, he kind of puts all his like, I mean, I don't know how you describe it, but he seems to like enter a very sort of like almost very defensive. Like he has both his arms like raised quite high, and like his tail is like almost just like on edge, like like a dog or cat that's like spooked. And then he tries to also double move closer. He looks more, I guess he kind of followed, like he can't see you, but I guess he kind of. You mentioned at least that you were like heading in that direction, so you only can go over like here, so not very far at all. Very slow. Stealth. Well, this should be secret, right? Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm rolling for myself. Yeah, they just seem to be, they're delaying. They don't realize. Actually, no, that's not true. Right? Technically, they've noticed something is like no. Like I said, you were getting bonuses, and it's like so far, it doesn't make any sense that they would hear you at this point until someone moves. So they're basically just acting as if they don't know anything's happening. Crixil.
Yeah, we're still pretty far. Okay. Yes, I will try and move as well. So I can use the free movement of into the fray.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go off.
Well, remember that stride, so you wouldn't be stealthing if you did that.
Oh yeah. And I can, so if you stride and then hide, it would still make noise. Yeah, so I won't do that.
Make noise showing your stride,
So 25, so 75. Won't go exactly similar, but I'll go a little bit more direct, I guess.
You guys go so far on triple move. You're stealthing, right? So half speed.
Oh yeah. Well, what am I doing?
45 is exactly half of the 90 that you normally would have for me. So
only for you. Only class. Only racing gets that normally.
So it will actually only be 10.
Well, it's because I chose
So
Nimble
40
Elf, right,
feet
as
back.
the ancestry feat.
Looking at here is
Yeah. It's slow. It's slow. You're trying to slowly like sneak up
and
on
then
them. Nate. Oh, sorry. You have more?
yeah, I guess I'll gotta do the stealth check, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Give me a stealth check. Yeah.
But that is it.
I mean, I guess should I try to attempt?
It still seems okay. Oh, that's a tough question, Nate. I mean, who knows?
No, probably not.
Yeah,
You could always Leroy Jenkins it.
Yeah, you can Leroy Jenkins it. You could like try and sneak, or you could like completely wait and delay or whatever. I think that's the 3 options you have.
I think I'll move here. Maybe attack from another direction. So
Even if they know it's coming, they still have to defend against multiple directions.
Yeah. So I guess I'll move like maybe
You're just booking it, right? Yeah.
in a straight line. Yeah, 3 strides in a straight line.
Okay, yeah. So Nate kind of like jogs up the side of the tree line, and you immediately see they weren't actually delaying rep, they weren't prepared for anything, they were just like chilling. So the initiative doesn't change anything, but they do seem like the defender at least calls over and says something and it looks to like the other one, and they both start to look in your direction. Nate. Johnny.
Right. No, I can't see shit. No light. I'll definitely be just sneaking along.
I don't know. I guess like the fuck. What's the button control? Yes. So I guess we got like here. Fuck take. Like there in 2 actions.
You sneak at half speed, remember? Everyone forgets.
Yeah.
We're so used to
Right, no,
sneaking once
I
you
did my
have like the
math wrong.
legendary
I
sneak
did
or
my
something.
math wrong then. Yeah, I did my math wrong. I don't know what I was thinking right now.
I don't know what you were saying.
So I guess it's a little less than that. 3
It's
actions
25.
plus.
Oh, you do 3 actions. Okay, so then it's.
Yeah, I would just use all my actions moving.
Yeah, it's 35, so 15 feet less. You move 50.
So I just move. Oop,
Yeah, very
no,
slow.
like this. This here then.
Yep.
Like back there.
I would say, oh, I shouldn't
That
be
should do fine, I think.
I mean, I'm gonna continue doing the same thing basically. So, the
The music's off you, Jacko. So I'm just wondering if we have the problems at the same times.
No, this one loads. Let's see. But I somewhat fix it by having another tab open minimized, and they kind of like seem to change. Like one song plays on one and the
Yeah.
other song plays on the other, but they never seem to overlap. Which is
That's weird. You were
Oh,
sneaking
stealth?
right up there? Yeah, stealth.
okay.
Okay, at this point, the castle like seems to also shout something also in Rook's, as you know, as you move, and then like you can't really see what's happening, but it seems potentially they heard some movement. But of course, still in the darkness. Hazy, yeah, Hazy after like seeing the activity and like the people were actually seem to some of them being noticed. He stops trying to and just basically like strides up, so he's like just on the edge of like the darkness. This thing. Yeah, continues to delay. This one stops like what they were doing with the war or whatever, and instead kind of grabs their staff in both hands and starts to cast a spell, which they do, but there is no immediate like effect except for this thing. Maybe you'll see me drag on a spell effect.
yeah.
Ooh.
Shalalele.
Maybe. Quicksil.
Shalalele,
I think what would make most sense is that I stride like I also go into like almost a sprint, but then right at the edge of the darkness, guess I will try and hide. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, you try to like sink into the.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the way to go about it. And then
And you would realize, like, if they don't have dark vision, like, you would always have the hidden condition anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even if they knew exactly there, like, you would still be hidden.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you don't know?
yeah, that's me.
That's you? Okay, cool.
Nate.
Right now it says it's playing, but I don't hear anything.
I'll just do one stride to here and then I'll delay, I guess. How do
Oh, you
I
can't.
You can't, if you delay so you can't do any actions. It, like, moves your entire turn later.
Oh, can't I do one action then delay?
No, I'm afraid not.
No,
you can
no,
ready an action, but that's kind of trading 2 actions for 1 action. So you can say, okay, I ready to hit somebody if they run up, but that takes you 2 actions to ready it, and then it also takes your reaction to do that action you want. You know what I mean?
Okay. Then I'll guess. Yeah, I'll just charge in.
Okay, you'll like sudden charge in.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So out of the darkness, you just like
The
sprint in, charge at the caster. It looks like from my
Yeah.
where you're pointing. Okay, cool. Yeah.
And they'll Try to strike him.
Give me that tackle. You know what? So I haven't got any hero points. Charging and Nate, very heroic. Gain an extra hero point. Quicksilver not killing the guy when you're Gale Bladed and throw very heroic. So I take a delayed hero point. Listening to him, and Johnny will go on next. That's a hit, Nate, as you run in and stab them. Okay, yeah, they take a little bit of damage as you stab it, but they seem to tough it out. That's your turn.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, cool.
what was the first action? Was it move and then sudden charge?
Yeah, moving and sudden
Yeah.
charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, at this point, the defender re-enters.
Oh.
Yeah, and takes a step down to here and tries to smack you with their flail.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Those flails are deadly.
You know, I'm gonna stop holding these guys public. You've known all of knowledge about them
Here,
now.
by the way, question for you about the rock formation here,
Mhm.
because it kind of looks like it's supposed to be a thing where it's like, okay, it's like a 3x3 or 4x4 rock that's tall, and so we're
Yeah.
seeing the top of it, or is it actually like the rock extends to this square?
I would say that's like a bit of an overhang, right? So like you can like kind of run underneath it. I'll say like I don't know where, but like maybe like it's.
Yeah, like because it looks like it kind of does like something like this, right?
Yeah, I think that's more what it. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you can go those. Would say those like any other squares like underneath, but these are the only square where it's like actually can't stand it.
Okay.
Like you might have to like kind of crouch a little bit as you run underneath the other
Yeah,
ones,
yeah.
right? But it's not like to the ground. Okay, yeah. So it tries to use the flare. Yeah, and I'll roll in public. That's fun. I'll roll fangs all day, baby. 17. That's a hit. It says meets AC. Yeah, just barely managed to make contact with you. For oof,
Ouch.
9 bludgeoning damage.
Max damage.
Max damage indeed. Yeah. Yeah. So steps forward, takes a stab at you, and then raises their shield. Johnny.
Yes. I'm just gonna. Okay. This is going on. We need to get in there.
Get in
I will
there.
just reaction. Just.
Running.
Run.
Yeah. Sure. Out there.
So, get him. Get him, bros.
Get him, bros.
I'm actually going to delay until after our lizard bro.
Cool. Okay, Hazy. How much movement? Okay, yeah. So he knows his friends well, so he double moves carefully in a way as not to provoke them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How much is speed? I got to double check. It's 25. Yeah. It actually should it be? Wait, I don't actually check something. Sorry. That's fine. Yeah. So yeah, runs. Oh, what the fuck? I'm on the wrong. Yeah, double moves in a safe way. So he's flanking with Nate, and then goes for 2 quick stabs, like almost like holding like the claws, almost like I don't know. It might give you a remnant of actually a wing Quicksilver. Let me park it. Give him the old strike.
It's my brother from another mother.
Oh, doesn't prove himself very. Yeah, your brother. I agree, Quicksilver.
About as effective. Yeah.
But there's two quick strikes. Well, you know, it's the sword that counts, right, guys?
Yeah.
You know, this is all very new to him.
This Stargazer.
But I was gonna re-enter after.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
I see.
Oh, yeah,
So like 21.
Yep.
It's just so not great range-wise because I can't get there and do a thing. So I'm actually thinking of, because technically I'm hidden, right? Which gives someone the flat-footed condition for range strikes from my location.
True.
Yeah, I will drop my rapier and my sickle.
Yeah.
And then from my back, I'll take an action to interact to pull out my short bow.
Yeah.
And then take 2 shots at this guy.
Yeah. So there's standard cover is going through a square with terrain, so that is plus
Okay.
2, so it cancels out the flat-footed.
Yep.
Yeah, still for sneak obviously and stuff like that.
But yeah,
Give
that's
me
why
that.
it's important. It's
Yeah.
flat-footed to me
Wait,
for the
there's
purpose
this
of
thing right
sneak attack.
about rogues is flat-footed, right, with range weapons, but it's...
Is there?
Yeah...
Fucking
It
find it.
just
I think it's like...
whenever they're fast-footed, I guess.
for any range attack that... Oh no, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I was thinking it was something with like range thrown where it needs to be a finesse thrown, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, this case is fine.
Okay, so actually shows I have to do drop, drop. Yeah, the arrows, yes, and then strike. It's about. Is it really that much lower? Why is it that much lower? Oh,
Yeah,
range penalty.
or
Oh, it's because
strength.
I'm 60 feet out. Wait. I thought
Yeah,
60.
that looks-
Oh, I'm greater than 60. Shoot.
Yeah,
Okay, you know what then? I'll
yeah.
actually move first and just do one strike.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll kind of go to.
Oh yeah, but you probably get to a space where he doesn't have cover actually.
Yeah, so that'll actually matter as well. So I'll go to there, so he doesn't have cover.
Yep.
And then it's within range. So now if I strike,
Wow. Yeah, sure.
there we go. Now it's +7.
Perfect.
Full one.
That is a hit.
Okay, so it's not getting. It's just never gonna add sneak attack damage automatically. I don't know why.
Take it on your.
I-
That's really weird.
So again, I have damage. I can click damage, but I don't have like sneak attack.
Yeah, like
automatically.
Because I know some rogues have like a little thing they can tick in there, so it's like
Yeah,
you like tick it, right?
When I was playing the what was it, Swashbuckler, it automatically gave me an option for when
Yeah,
it was
it
flat-footed.
used to. It doesn't have that now.
Pretty weird. I'll try to look into it, see if I can figure it out.
I mean,
But
I
at
had
least
it
I'm rolling to
for-
attack. If I roll damage, it just rolls it.
Yeah, that's really weird.
And so,
Okay, and then there's another d6, right? Yeah. So I guess you
and
just-
wait, did it not? Because technically, wait, no, sure, this wouldn't apply because it's not a finesse weapon, so I can't apply my dexterity to
No.
damage.
Also,
Okay.
it's
So I can just do
melee.
one more for the
Yeah, did for the sneak.
sneak.
Okay,
There we
nice
go.
sneak. Yeah.
So
So you hit for total of 10 damage. Yeah, you were fine. Yeah, I was Sing.
I like that.
Deep 6 and then the 4. Yeah, very good. But now the guy with the staff, looks very angry at you, Nate, for having interrupted their ritual, and doesn't know you have that opportunity and loves a good flank when you get it. So tries to stride over to here to get flanking with you. So does provoke an attack opportunity if you wish.
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, maybe you don't want
Yeah, of course.
to. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
It's the basic strike without any penalties.
Yes,
right?
without any penalties, you get the full thing. Ooh, yeah, so you do hit. Punish them for moving. For 8 damage, yeah, pretty solid. Yeah, they seem very hurt. But infuriated by this, they seem invigorated and try to strike you with the stash.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, I shouldn't be on this guy probably, but I will. Oof.
Yeah, they're pretty important.
Managed to get out of the way.
This sounds
very
like glowing or some shit,
cool.
right? Or
Oh, sorry?
this sounds like glowing or some shit, right? You did some
There's all
magic.
stuff. Look at there's all leaves flying around and all that kind of stuff. I mean they go for the -5, like they got pretty good plus there. Oof, and the -5 does do it actually. So they miss with the
Crit.
first, but the second staff, and that doesn't crit. but it smashes into the side of you. And I mean, it does doing 2d8 now because it's a Shaylay weapon. So,
Oh.
oh no, is it not? No, it should be right. Yeah, it's not rolling it, but it should be. Let me check how the spell works. Plus one striking weapon. Yeah, okay, so I've got an extra d8. If it did roll min damage for the first d8, you'll be happy there. I need to just do
You
damage.
do love to
again.
hear that.
You loved it, right? Oh, and a 2 for the second one. Okay, so you only take... It is magic, so it doesn't plus... so you only end up taking 5 damage from the staff as it smashes into you.
Oh.
Not
Fair
too scary. But that is their turn. Quicksilver.
Okay, I see old man Nate in trouble. I will
As usual.
fly up here.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I just heard.
Both weapons out. While this the Stargazer is has back to me, focusing on Nate. I will put the barrel of my pistol on the base of their neck and pull the trigger.
Nice, nice.
Let me target him. Wait, it's steer. Oh yeah, no click. Yeah, okay. Ready to go. I will reroll.
You. Oh!
Ah,
That's
yes. Okay, back at the neck. Let's see how much damage. I didn't specify, but like I always do this first round of combat. Can I just like anti-bullet barrels?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay, thank
If
you.
I remember. Nice.
This is
Non-lethal
the
though, right?
normal. Wait, do I actually have to roll it differently?
No, but the D8s. Oh wait, yeah. So it should be doing D10s, right? Actually.
Yeah.
I guess you had to reroll all of it. Yeah.
So roll 2d10 or 3d? No, 2d10 plus 1d8. Is that correct?
No, 2D, 3D10. It's 3D10. They all turn
Oh.
into D10s.
Oh, shit.
3D10 plus 2 technically in total.
3d10 plus 2. Just putting that in.
Ooh, yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. So you just like run up behind and just unload both barrels into the back of the head, and yeah, they just topple.
Quixel forgot about the plan of keeping him alive. Okay. Heat of the moment, enemy.
Brain. Yeah.
There's veins all over Nate, It's like,
I have my ass. That's
And then I guess I will move. I'll just step over him.
Insane.
pretty good.
So I end up here. That's what.
Nice. Nate.
Okay, so I guess maybe I just step. Oh yeah, I can't.
What do you want to do?
I'll just attack twice, I guess, and then yeah. I'll
See how it
step.
goes, from there.
Yeah. Let me just target. Like. Let's see.
Ooh,
Side.
that's the miss.
Yeah, I mean, is there a better thing to do?
Well, I've only seen one attack, right? You're gonna
The
make a
options
second
are,
attack.
yeah, you can do a second attack, yeah. I mean, there's options like, what's it called? Like, technically, you could, like, after the attacks, like, step away, right? And then he would have to move closer to you to hit you.
Yeah.
But
Then we lose.
third action? Yeah, technically, no, you could be flanking from back here if you stepped over here.
Yeah, but
You could oh, that's difficult terrain at least. Yeah, I know, I'd let you be in there, but it would be difficult terrain for the body.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, you could also, I don't know if you have any skills that are good.
I'll just attack again.
Yeah, just hit him. Then no worries. Ooh.
Yeah. I'm taking a hint and I'll just stab them.
Getting too close.
Yeah, I'll just step here, or can I?
Yeah. No, you can't. Just put some glasses in the way. Yeah.
Just hide behind my birdie
Mm-hmm.
friend.
Oh, yes, and indeed, hide behind him you do. As infuriated at seeing Quicksilver blow someone's brain out, he turns to you, Quicksilver, and tries to smash you with the flail while shouting something in the lizard folk language.
Critical.
Crits you back.
Shit, yeah.
I was in the middle of saying, like, surrender.
Oh no!
18 damage.
Down.
Okay, so you
Surrender.
behind him really effectively. You gotta put Quicksilver into half's way. Yeah. So, but then he the lizard folk lets out like a roar and like then goes to turn and strike Hazy with the next attack.
Traitor.
Yeah. That's right. No, but misses. And then, you know, what would they do? Yeah, oh yeah, made sure. I feel they could. Yeah, made sure. Cool. Johnny.
I will
Mhm.
cast this spell.
Aqueous
Blast. This.
Put that so it
Can you not try to put the chieftain's head back together?
Oh, it's pretty gone.
I'm not a necromancer over here. In natural order. Naturally, he has died, so naturally you can't do anything about it.
Okay.
Yes, just my hands covered
Pull up
with.
some water.
Wait, how do you target here again? T, right?
T,
Not
T.
Alt. Yes,
No.
that's the. And then I will. Bam!
Ooh, yeah, very
Ooh.
solid hit.
Yeah.
7 damage, yeah.
Then
That's still 7.
Second. Collected?
What's the wording for shield block? That's when you check. Is it when you hit with a weapon attack?
Physical attack.
Physical attack. Okay,
Yeah.
so they could actually shield block this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Physical attack, yeah, because it is a bludgeoning damage, so it is physical damage. They're gonna block a little bit of the first damage. They do get hit again though, but let me check the hardness of the shield. Okay, shield's very bad. It's a shitty wooden shield, so they only block 3 damage.
Perfect.
So they have this
Oh,
much
wow.
total. Okay, but they do survive the next blast of water, but you know, they're pretty fucking crazily hurt by these 2 strikes. Nice. That's your turn, right, Johnny?
That's 3 actions.
Okay, Hazy goes for a quick 1-2 against them. Chooses to make these non-lethal as he has Pathfinder with no penalty. Quick strike. Oh yeah, there we go, Hazy.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that does it. So yeah, it does a quick, just like kind of like almost a karate chop to like the side of the neck, and all the fight goes out of him immediately. And it's like kind of slumps over to the ground. He's gonna have a skull on him, but that's not true. Oh wait, did I do it to Crixel at the same time? No, Crixel, you always on that. What, the animation just started. That was weird.
Yeah, no, I just put myself on dying just now.
Oh, okay, just Crixel at the exact same time. I think
I
so
don't want to
he's
interrupt the descriptions.
Yeah, so he's not dead, it seems, but he just crumples to the ground. Technically, we still need to act in initiative because you're down. He kind of jogs over to you and looks down, but doesn't have any healing proficiency himself, so just kind of looks down at you. Technically, Crixel should be just what the Lizfolk defender, not Nate. So Nate, it is your turn before it's Crixel's.
Well, my turn first.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I just skipped. Out there.
There's not a lot I can do. I need to wait for Johnny Magic Hands over here, so I'll pick up both of
It's a stage name.
my rapier and my sickle, resheath them, put the bow back on my back. So that's 3 actions technically.
Just gathering your stuff. Yeah.
Basically, get the 2 put the bow back on my back, and then draw the 2 weapons again from the floor, pick them up. So 2 interacts.
Oh yeah.
So it basically could have skipped me, and you wouldn't have told the difference. I just realized.
But I didn't.
It's it's flavor.
Okay. Then it is. Now it is whose turn? Nate, your turn.
Nate's.
Is there anything you can do to try to help out our friend Kritsu over here?
I don't think so.
That's fine.
Or can I? Wasn't I try doing that the last time? I think. Do I need a medicine kit for the medicine?
need-
Crystal-
Ulises.
You have 1 hero point remaining, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Fine.
Yes. I would say don't do anything because there's a chance you could fail.
Yeah. Okay.
Put me out of my misery.
Yeah, you could do that.
I'll just I guess.
I mean, we do have to do something about your magnet of a skull for flail crits.
we do.
I'm a literal glass cannon, you know.
A little glass cannon. Okay, Crystal, you have 1 turn then. Maybe you get better on your own though. But I doubt it. No, you're okay. Yeah, so you destabilize it by itself. So now we can act.
Oh, I was dying too, so.
Oh, you were dying.
Technically,
Oh, he's
right,
a bit
it's
less
crits.
dying.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Johnny, your turn.
Okay. That's
Not like that. That's 25 feet.
Perfect space.
Like there, and then actually, I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to do that, but I still. But because where I was I? It's like here. That will be. Ah, shit. No, that's not where I was. I was here.
What you have to do, Tom? Like you're...
Yeah.
I was just like, I moved, and I realized by a second. Maybe I don't need to move. Can I do 3 action heal?
Oh yeah, we got this
Oh.
guy. Yeah.
No. I'm just gonna do a. I'm just gonna heal, and I'm gonna do 2 action heal. I'm gonna get close anyways, and then 2 action
Yeah,
heal.
why not? Okay, yeah, so you're gonna make him feel invited, right?
2 heal. There we go. Healing. There we go.
Wow.
Wait, why is it +8? What the fuck? Is that right? That shouldn't. Oh yeah, it is, man.
Yeah,
It's +8.
yeah,
Man, you just healed us so much. I always forget. I'm like +8 first level, +8. That's crazy. All right, yeah. So, Pixel, yeah, the light returns to you, and we can act out of initiative now. How's he kind of like after noticing you, like you're fine? He kind of walks over to the body of this thing and says something, but yeah, seems just to be looking down on it. But yeah, anybody else?
The unusual object, the stone.
Yes.
I assume so. Hazi, do you know what this stone does?
He shakes it. I do not. I only saw Kuzak start wearing it when we arrived here. He would not tell me where it came from.
Why is Johnny our go-to with anything healing / magic? That's not good.
You guys
I have
all
some.
martial characters. Quite simple.
He does everything.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah,
gonna have to do some
something.
archetyping into
I mean, I'm very capable.
some level of spellcasting at some point.
I've got this. Like I'm pretty used to like weird shit.
True.
No, yeah.
So if it's like if I can use identify magic with it, I would. But
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so you immediately kind of like just kind of calm everything down a bit, and yeah, you start looking at what it is. Yeah. Okay, so you want to try to identify magic. How does this work? I can click post skill checks, right? I just need to check something actually. It's a little bit of
My bad. I got kind of nervous. I saw the mage guy doing something, and I just got kind of nervous and rushed in.
It went well.
Yeah, should have waited a bit more, I think. Yeah.
You know what? I feel like after this, we get at least a few passes of you not being able to call us reckless.
I was just shut. Yeah. Oh, we need a plan, though. I think.
I thought that the war leader was made of sturdier stuff, but I also thought I would be made of sturdier stuff.
And to be fair, this is technically like the localized kind of leader here. It's not
it's just like the leader of the group who came like.
No, that's why. That's why he called him war leader in his mind. That's
and he'd already taken a decent shot from Nate, right?
Yeah,
before you
crit him. How do you put blasting one back at? Not needs like that, I think. Okay. Oh, you see me crafting. I was like, what? You do crafting. Okay.
I'm still not very smart, so.
Let's see all the information you get. Okay. Yeah, so you're unsure exactly. You do, I believe you mentioned it before, know a little bit about these things, which you had like recognized that you saw was some sort of Aeon Stone. However, this one you're unsure exactly how, if there is anything back to you. You think kind of like after seeing it and it not providing seemingly like anything in common that it probably is like a lot of like the Aeon Stones are kind of like ones are like very old magic, and they often just kind of like lose their properties and like they kind of almost like for display. And as far as you're concerned, you cannot identify any like existing magic still on it. and it seems more like it's probably some like
Oh,
remnant.
is it to dull? Is it dull gray again?
It is not the dull grey color, but
Oh, okay.
it is that is what you identify it to, or the sea creature. That's what it seems most like.
What color
it
is it?
has-
Is it orange?
Yeah, it's like a little kind of orangey, reddy. It changes all the time. I'm not. I know you're looking at it, Josh.
I don't know. I'm gonna trust him.
It has gone
I'm just
inert, but it's still treasure. And I'll kind of like put it in my talents, but
Yeah. Did you take it, or did anybody actually take it?
I mean,
guess
yeah, I'm holding it, but like waiting to see if anyone wants to claim it or if I can pocket it.
You're the treasure hoarder.
Okay, yeah, with that,
Go ahead.
I'll knock my glasses off.
Yeah, so you just like take it. Cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna drag it off, right? Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I think this is probably a pretty good time to end. I don't think there'll be a better stopping point. But yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Wreck that little
Nice.
those guys. Yeah. Hazzy is kind of like checking, the pulse of like the other one to see if it's still alive. It tells you it is, but you decide what to do with it later. But good stuff. Good stuff. Wreck the little
Good stuff, lads. That was nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We got him. We got him.
Yeah, the camp will be yours in no time. Right. That's a wrap then.
Is this a milestone?
Big man.
No, but it's like
Yeah,
I'm sure,
right.
sure doing something like saving the camp or saving, like cleaning out the camp would be super milestone, right?
Oh, that'll be level
Yes.
3, of course.
Yeah, you wish. You're almost there, I'm sure. Just two scaly fucks in your way. Alright.
Are they actually scaly?
Thanks for the work.
I think they're scaly, right? The other two? Let me look at the
They're like
picture
frogs,
again.
they probably are.
I don't know. Scale? I guess no. I guess they're not scaly.
Yeah, it's more like the
I guess not.
leathery looking
What do you
skin.
call that? It's like the skin of a frog. Is it I guess it's just
No,
skin.
it's just
Kind
it's
of.
just frog like.
I mean, it's not slimy. They're dead.
I guess it'd be slimy.
It's an epidermis. But I mean, that's what
It
everything is, right? That's
is.
always what epidermis. Everyone
Yeah,
always got epidermis.
And that's why,
Slimy
like,
is
I would.
because
No one knows.
So because they're amphibians, yeah, they
Oh,
wouldn't have
right.
scales. Okay.
No, they would have scales. You're right. Their skin, whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone, have a good weekend. See you next time.
Thanks all.
Yeah.
Later.
Good night.